Oh, hey.
Hey, you there.
Hey, didn't see you there. I seen you around the gym, but I've been so shy now. Anyway, back to what we're actually going to talk about. Welcome to the With It podcast, also known as... Well, I was hoping that...
Oh, I'm stepping. Whose fucking idea was this? We were talking about whose fucking idea it was to fucking make a shit show of a film.
When we say films, we mean 80s and 90s action films. Imagine a child could just decide what they wanted to happen in front of the screen for a little bit, and then some adults allowed it to happen.
Join us with a cup of tea. Sit down and join us for a chat.
Join us for a pure laugh.
A good British laugh. Oh, yeah,
I'm really sorry about this, everyone.
I'm so embarrassed.
This is the fourth instalment of the emotional roller coaster that has been going through the Belgian films.
Belgian chocolate adventure.
The Belgian chocolate cocaine adventure
of Jean-Claude Van Damme, and this is still series 1 with double impact.
Double impact.
Double the dam.
Double the dam. Yes. Double the fun. Probably double the informal.
Double the lines, yeah.
The 1991 masterpiece that was written a little bit by Jean-Claude Van Damme. Yeah. Believe it or not.
I was going to say we're going to find out whose fucking idea. No, now we know. That's the end of the episode. We found out who the idea it was.
Thanks for playing.
Yeah, thanks for. Did you enjoy yourself? Did you have fun?
Where am I?
Yeah. We'll find out whose idea it was to make this piece of shit. Get on. It was actually alright.
Right. So, plot of this.
Good luck.
That British kind of businessmen, and another British businessman, have basically built a very new enterprise of a harbour tunnel that can connect Hong Kong to a lot of mainland China and other islands off of it. This may have different motives than just simple trade. Then is that the guy who was the main head for the construction of it,
the architect,
has exactly the civil engineer, if you will, and his company is killed. And the only survivors of the hit are his two twins. They are taken, one to a small orphanage in Hong Kong that only speaks French, and the other is taken by an American security guard
who lives in France for a little while. Lives in
France for a while off camera, and then they open a fitness / martial arts fucking studio in LA.
Yeah.
The brother who was in Hong Kong is photographed, and the security guard who raised one of the twins like his own son says, we have to go to Hong Kong. Doesn't explain the whole dynamics of it, which probably would have been quite helpful.
Yeah.
But they go to Hong Kong, and then they find out that really there was a hit on their parents.
Yeah.
They find out the origins of themselves, and then find out that they're twins.
Yeah, that's good.
So then after that, it's about the whole idea of understanding what the connections were with the Chinese Triad and their father's death.
It says he was producing on it.
He was a producer and a screenplay writer.
What?
As well as, being the main star.
Twice,
double star.
Yeah.
So we're in Hong Kong, back when Hong Kong was still, part of the UK.
It's an absolute shithole, by the way.
Well, Hong Kong now?
No, that's not been. In this film, it's a shithole. Is it?
Oh no, yeah, no.
It's fucking a toilet. It's a pure riot.
It is a riot because fucking the British were in charge.
Alright, it's fucking. There's like rubbish everywhere.
It's fucked. It's not British citizens there. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a tax haven. That's what it was.
It's weird to see, like, when it opens up in this tunnel, and you see the people come out, and like it's very British military.
Yeah, it's got that kind of colonial military kind of feel about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Order and control.
Yeah.
So where are we? We're at the Hong Kong Victoria Harbour Tunnel.
Yeah.
Very Chinese.
I know.
As you can tell.
Written in English.
Exactly. I've written in English. No Chinese. Like not even any Cantonese or Mandarin at either side of it. It's just Victoria Harbour Tunnel. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
And the whole idea of it is supposed to be that it's meant to connect Hong Kong to the mainland and other islands. That is another way to travel.
Yeah. But the tunnel looks like when going in it goes up. So it's not a tunnel. Like, it looks like it goes over the water. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't go under the water, which is obviously what a tunnel is. You think it would just be black coal, but it looks like the road goes up the way like that.
It's a fucking fake tunnel.
I know, but they could even just make him like a dark hole and go like, is that guy? It keeps going on. You can't see he's that. It keeps going on. No, just need to trust me.
You've missed
I'm
it.
a tunnel expert.
So we're at the opening scene, and they're in Hong Kong. It's 1991. I'm assuming the same year of the film. There's big celebrations going on. This is obviously some grand opening, and then we're kind of seeing who the main character is, and obviously it's the Who Could You Not Love? Two upper class British people with a Chinese nanny with their two fucking children in prams that are way too large. And then he's got his classic American bodyguard, and then what is it they sit and say? This is 1991.
It's the first like opening bit's brilliant. It just goes fucking 6 years, 3 banks, 200 million, like just to establish how rich they are. They go congratulate, like why is he summing up this guy's like career, like his business like endeavours in like 2 lines just to show that he's worth millions. So,
exactly. It's like there's no one to overhear this. It's gonna be impressed about
it's so audience service.
They're all here for the same reason, to look at a tunnel fucking open.
And they're first shaking hands going congratulations. And also like because we know this is double impact and because of the poster we know that Van Damme is a set of twins. The very opening scene is basically showing the 2 twins in 2 prams, and this is the British dad of these 2 twins. British mum as well. So.
British family and they had like some hand in opening this Victoria tunnel,
which is just like obviously you get later on in the film like the tunnel is just so pointless. I don't know why they decided it was a tunnel. They don't even go to the tunnel. That's probably another thing as well. Like they don't return it. You think there'd be any fight scenes there or like nothing happens?
Just so you know, we never return to this tunnel in the film. Like, the reference to the tunnel is there, but this tunnel never comes up again. So
are they making money off it? How are they making money off the tunnel? Is there a toll? Is there like in it? Like what? It's so vague.
There's got to be a toll.
Yeah, there must be something. But they don't reference making money off the tunnel. It just goes on to drugs.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. Yeah.
There's no point in this tunnel. So anyway,
they're shaking. The 2 big businessmen are shaking hands.
Yeah.
There's an American bodyguard because they're the only people that can be trusted. Yeah. And then he says to
Uncle Frankie.
Uncle Frankie, as we know him.
Yeah, and they're heading up the road.
The English mum and dad with their Chinese or Hong Kong nanny. In the back, minding their children for them. You know, the thing we could all relate to.
in the back of the car, like usually that's when you let the nanny away. Like you go, I will take it because they're just driving. Like surely the wines would just be in the back of the fucking car, or I don't know, the nanny'd be in it.
Oh no, that fucking nanny's like on a 24-hour call. Like they don't love their children. They just have children. Like that's the idea here.
So they have walkie-talkies in the car for some fucking reason.
Yeah, this English guy, I think his name's Wagner, something Wagner. That's his surname.
Was he? Fuck, who knows?
But like he's walkie-talking this is back when like no cunt had a mobile phone.
I know, but
if you did have a mobile phone, you were seriously holding that mobile phone. You couldn't drive with it.
But they used to have those cars with phones in them, and these guys are fucking. The guy just said he's got £200 million, so you can afford a fucking car with a phone in it.
Too mainstream.
For some reason they've got 2 walkie-talkies, and he's talking to his
American security guard, Uncle Frankie.
Uncle Frankie's behind them in the car, and that's the dad, Jean-Claude Van Damme's dad. So he's talking to Uncle Frank in the back, and he's basically saying, "Take the night off because you've had a good day.
You did well.
Good day securing me.
So take the night off after this high-profile event where I was a figurehead, like I was cutting the fucking ribbon on it, and then." Just like today's probably the best day, and then he has to like convince the security guard that he should take the night off.
And he tells him that he's given him a gift.
Yeah, and it's a cigar box, and then it's just like
open up your glove compartment. Yeah, there's a gift in there for you. I don't know how your initials got on it though. That's what he says.
An empty cigar box. I don't know how your initials got on there. And a wee lighter to go along with it. So that's a really useful plot device. It means a lot later in the film.
Yeah, so you know they're close.
Yeah, exactly. You know how close these guys are. They'll get them, Chinese made goods.
Yeah. So what happens is the security guard peels off and goes in the opposite direction, and the mum and the dad are just strolling their way home.
Well, we're driving.
Yeah, I know, but they're enjoying their wee fucking.
I liked how the guy tailed off, and then immediately
yeah,
they start getting tailed. There's not even a second.
They knew exactly when he was going to decide to go home. So the bad guy's on the same type of car, right, which is a soft top, right? So there's no roof, right? So you can see there's one person, the security guard, right? So he peels off, and then the bad guys like start tailing. So to give the impression that the security guard's still following, but there's 3 guys in the fucking car. So does at no point the dad look in the mirror and see like, oh, there's now he goes like, you're still following me, and he's like, no, I'm not. And you're like, oh my god, it's somebody else.
That's not you.
That's not you at times
Those
3
3 Chinese guys aren't the tall American guy.
Yeah, exactly. That I've known and loved and had an affair with, clearly against my wife. So like, and he's like, what? And so they start. Sorry, and you're right. They start tailing as soon as the security guy goes up a street. They come out the other street to go like how they know exactly when he was going to decide to clock off for the night.
and I don't know.
And what if he didn't clock off? What were they going to do?
Well, when it comes to like British, any kind of diplomat, I don't think the diplomat has a say over going like that. By the way, I don't need security anymore.
Wait till he gets in the house.
Yeah, like you
that's what you do. And you check the house as well. That's the whole point.
Yeah, exactly. You might have, and then like realistically, there'd be somebody fucking like at the house as well. You'd have a security detail, so to speak. But anyway, so the Wagner is like in the car, and then he just goes, yeah, Frank, remember I told you to take the night off? He's like, yeah, you sure did. And he's like, guess that isn't you behind me driving. And then he's like, oh shit, and then like Frank just goes nuts.
He drives pure erratic.
Like really erratic.
He goes in a corner and nearly fucking tops the car.
Exactly.
It's mad.
It's at the point where it's just like I've driven very quickly before, and I've never nearly toppled my car.
I ran a corner.
But I suppose this is like back in the fucking 90s where cars were designed to kill people, not fucking keep them safe.
No lights.
Exactly.
People just went through it.
Seatbelts
and in Hong Kong,
cosmetic.
Yeah, exactly. So what happens is now he realises he's been followed by the wrong people and he doesn't know who they are. And then you hear this on the walkie-talkie. So everyone's heard this on the walkie-talkie, but the wife decides to go, what's the matter?
What is
what
going
do you mean,
on?
What's the matter? You literally just heard the same conversation I heard, mate.
You damn woman, you don't understand the gravity.
It's like he's literally said he's not following and we're being followed, and you've listened to the whole conversation like the dad has, but the mum has to say that, like they've written that line in for her. What's the matter? What's wrong?
Concerned
We're
wife.
being followed, you fucking idiot. Yeah, exactly. Wife looks concerned. Like, she's amazing. So
they get to the house, like they're speeding to the house, Wagner and the wife and kids.
She's
and
panicking.
And there's 2 cars waiting for them with more Chinese henchmen.
Yep, they're standing in the way.
The Chinese henchman in particular, the guy from Enter the Dragon.
Is that it? I've seen his face before.
Yeah, he's fucking like ridiculously huge for a Chinese
he's pure
guy.
He's small but absolutely like pure wide as fuck.
He's like a pure bodybuilder.
Yeah.
I think he was actual pals with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
They're
both like kind of decent martial artists and all that.
Okay.
So he's sitting there with a fucking 12 gauge shotgun. So it's like the Chinese Triad. Actually, way too big for him. He's like the one guy that's popping out of his fucking black tie suit. And so they're all waiting there with the car headlights on. Looking menacing, and then Frank is just going like that through the walkie-talkie. Whatever you do, do not open that fucking door, because he's like the car.
That's good advice.
The car's bulletproof to a point.
Yeah.
So they're starting to get getting shotgunned by what's the guy's name? It's like something Yang. Bolo Yang. That's it.
That's
the guy. It's the massive dude.
Oh, right.
So like they're getting shot at, and then like the Wagner guy's like, right, fuck this. The businessman is like, fuck this, and he gets his pistol out. He gets his like 15-shot pistol out, and then just starts shooting. But they all have this really weird stand, because like when you're meant to shoot, you're meant to like
side on,
have 2 hands on the gun, square your shoulders and all that, and then aim. But all these guys are like, like lunging with the pistol as they shoot. And it's really weird just to see, because then like nobody
aims off.
like nobody's hitting anybody. It's just this weirdest gunfight.
Just hitting the car. Yeah,
like everyone has super shit gun stances.
Yeah.
And like, there's this terrible, like it's a pretty cold fucking line. So the dad Wagner, he's been fucking like shot to pieces.
Yeah,
and then, like,
he gets shot in the arm and his arm's like
ripped up.
So it's actually like mince and ties, man. It looks like a fucking like lasagna. It's been stuck to his arm, like it's pure like mush, like it's crazy. And he's still using it.
Yeah, still using it. I mean, you still see it today. We need to look like meat that's been ripped apart. But like he's been shot, so he's like there bleeding out, and then he's like saying to his wife, "Fucking keep the kids safe and all, like get out of here." And then what does she do? She crawls out and then just kind of like goes ah. So she gets shot. Yeah. And then she's like, "Oh my god, what will happen to my?"
She's proper screaming like it's all over it's pure hurt my head like
it's over the top.
It's like alright like as if it was, to be fair it is like as if to her it's real, but like we know this is a lot of shit.
Stop moaning. Like, but
you've just been shot.
She screams, gets shot, and it goes, right now I should steal a last glance at my children. So she screams into the fucking window at her children, and then
traumatise them more.
Yeah, exactly. Her 6-month-old babies, and then she's like, "Oh my babies, oh god, what's happening?" And she says to fucking Bolo Yang, "Oh god, what's going to happen to them?" And then it goes,
what's she expecting? What's he think he's going to say?
I'll send these children to a good fucking home.
Stupid line, man.
But it's fucking cold. The line, it goes, "You'll never know," and then it fucking blows her head off. It's like, fuck's sake,
when
man.
It shows your head later on, it's like she's face planted into a cake.
so like Frank shows up, and like he immediately shows the quality of shooting is like better, because he's driving through the driveway and he's like one hand shooting and he's taking people out. But then like we see this wee like scene bit, and it's just like the aftermath of this couple that's been like massacred in their driveway, and it's just a fucking like red velvet cake. It's just been fucking slammed on the ground.
She's just lying on a pillow, like a mad like mushed pillow. Like it's so funny. It's caved in. It's gone the opposite. It's almost like they've shot her head and a fucking big marshmallows come out the fucking top of her head. Like it's huge, man.
The grey matter.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck it's supposed to cave in the way, mate, and be mush. But anyway, Frank starts fucking actually killing every cunt.
Fucking taking no prisoners, and he's just like blasting everybody with like, you know, the only modern pistol in this gunfight. And then it's really weird because like that business partner we saw at the start, it just randomly cuts to him.
Why is he there? Why is it?
He's with like some random like Chinese guy, and he's just smoking a fag, just watching it.
And as I wrote, it's like, why is his business partner just both of them sitting there watching like two gay lovers holding each other
look
like
at
in
this.
the woods?
Because they're just sitting by his car, as though like it's pure.
It's if they've noticed like
scene.
Ducks walking across the street, the road.
Sweet.
And they've got around like, let's enjoy the mountain together, like they're enjoying a massacre together. But also, why are they there like on the scene of the crime? To them, because what happens is Frank notices them and goes like, Griffiths, it was you that ordered this hit. And it's like, right, you wouldn't have like,
you just exposed yourself.
Like, why the fuck are you there? Like, you would just phone it and go, hey, I want you to kill this fucking cunt. And then
call me when it's done. You know the classic thing with the bad guys, like something, and then he's just like, the phone rings and the guy's like, it's done, and then he hangs up without a word because he's really rude.
They're front to back to each other, standing at the bonnet of the car, like as if he's like holding his waist. And as you say, like you said, he's smoking, but you can't really see the cigarette. It just looks like he has his hand out like camp.
He's doing the
so
aristocratic handstands. Thing.
It's like, what are you doing? They're like, oh, they've been shot. Oh
dear.
This is great. I didn't think it'd be this bloody.
Call the police. We are the police. No, but it's quite funny because that nanny is still alive in the back of the car. And then that Frank is just going like, get the kids to safety, and then she just pure goes, oh, and then like so there's this like really weird scene just between that, because like he goes like, get the kids to safety, then the nanny leaves one of the babies, and then just kind of takes one.
See you later.
And then like,
I've done my bit.
And then that
she's just sprinting.
And that Frank can just hear a baby, and he's like,
for fuck's sake, do your job.
And he just goes, oh fuck, there's a baby there. So then the Bolo Yang guy is just he's been shot already.
But he's like, what's he doing, hiding behind?
No, he got shot in the face.
Does he, does it start?
He's been shot like in the cheek,
right?
and then And then like he gets up and then he's like about to fucking go like that, right, here we go, I'm going to take out this fucking American guy.
Yeah.
And then Frank just shoots him again in the face.
Yeah,
but, you know, while
he
the
appears up from the
I like he rises up.
Yeah, like an
He
elevator.
rises up from like the passenger window.
Yeah, that's it.
So like this baby is obviously deaf now because he's just like been exposed to like a Magnum fucking blasting the interior of a fucking car. So this guy is just been, he's like got, no wait, he gets back up. He gets back up and then he goes, right, I'm going to smash through this window, I'm going to shoot you.
Really take my time and do it though.
Yeah, really take my time, like, because you know. And then, so he does. He has 2 bullet holes. He's got a bullet hole through each fucking cheek, and then he shoots Frank in the shoulder. Yeah, still talking, doesn't hurt. And then Frank runs. Frank runs away
with the baby in the woods.
We've kind of got we've got that scene, and that's where like the kind of the two guys that are probably called this hitting kind of see him casually. They don't look that concerned about it when they see him, and they
look like they're not. So Frank's like ran away with the babies downhill, and then they've been exposed as they're the one that's called the hitting. What have they been watching? Because they're downhill. There's jungle in the middle. Why are they outside their car? They're like, it's if they've went like a street beyond. Do you know what I mean? It's like they can't see the shooting going on, so why are they there? What are they doing? They're just looking at the jungle. What the fuck are they looking at? Because they turn around.
They're just being culpable.
They're being there on the scene. And then Frank's like, Griffith,
I knew it was
his big tongue sticking out because big Uncle Frankie's got a big lisp. He goes, Griffith. Griffith. By the way, loved Frankie. Absolutely loved Frankie.
Yeah, I thought he was quite funny.
His class, I would love to see him in more things, man.
And then the Chinese guy just starts screaming in Cantonese, and I don't know Cantonese and Mandarin. I'm just telling you what the subtitle said.
It's defo get him. So that shows you that they've got the nanny's getting away with one Jean-Claude Van Damme, and I think Frankie's got away with other Jean-Claude Van Damme. And then we've got to the scenes where we need to explain how he has a French accent, which happens in every fucking film that Van Damme's in.
I'm sure fucking Jean-Claude had fucking like, you know, in the screenplay bit, what if we're cutting to
how do we explain your accent?
Yeah, how do we explain it? You can't act like anyone but a Frenchman or Belgian.
So the nanny drops him off at a nun institute.
Yeah, she's got one baby and then it's like, right, I've done enough.
And she picks up the baby and the nun's got a fucking French accent. She's French.
French Catholic institution.
So she's going to by the way, which she never comes back into play. The nuns never come back into play.
Yeah.
He was raised by a French nun, and that's why he's got a French accent. And then so I was thinking, that's just fucking typical. So I'm thinking, how are they going to explain then the other twin that goes to America have a French accent, and what is it they do?
So we get to so this is like
we cut 25 years later.
So it goes at 25 years later, and then like that Frank
gets to a boat.
He's in a boat, and all he says is like he's fled somewhere easily. You can easily get a child with no papers in the 90s to anywhere.
That's a good point.
That's a bit of a fucking ominous undertones. So like.
We cut to a woman stretching.
Yeah, so we're cutting to a woman stretching, right? And by the way, no fucking joke.
It's so weird.
This leotard this woman's wearing leaves at like, it's honestly about a fucking like 10 mil coverage. All it's covering is just like purely the vagina. You can see everything.
And he's like just purely caressing her.
He's
while there's like 12 women watching. It's so weird. So and they're all kneeling down the floor.
Because there might have been some fitness class.
But it's like a hall. It's not a class, it's like a hall. Because he goes to like walk into his office, like the dad, Frank comes in and goes, I need to get him off," and he's like skipping past him, like he's doing in the hall, like lying on the floor, and Jean-Claude Van Damme's like teaching him how to stretch. Yeah,
showing him how to stretch, because so it's like, this is cutting to like the other, this is what the kid that Frank had. Yeah. So we're 25 years later.
American kid.
Yeah, the American LA kid, so he's like, and it's Jean-Claude Van Damme in fucking like yoga gear. Yep. But like the tightest stuff
like Fabletics.
Yeah. And we've learned that the American raised one is called Chad, the two twins.
God, yeah.
So then obviously it's Jean-Claude Van Damme, so he has to
With a
somehow
perm.
with a perm.
Perm
So
Dam.
he has to show them that he can fucking do the splits. He's
Yeah.
like, look how big my legs are.
And he starts
Look at his flexibility,
and
and
then
then
thrusts.
oh,
So weird.
oh yeah, and then it's like,
Basically starts pumping there.
oh, it starts pumping the air, and it's meant to be kind of like, this isn't gay. Like, this, and I was like,
Because on the women, I love it. Yeah, that's a good
'cause
point.
I was
And it's a
thinking-
shot of his arse as
yeah,
well. Like,
and it's pure looking at his
a
arse,
low
and he's
shot of
like
his arse.
tensing his arse on
Yeah,
as much
yeah.
as he can, but
Yeah.
like they're all pure loving it.
Yeah, I know.
And
Do you
he's
know what it's
like-
like? Is as if Jean-Claude Van Damme has been out and people have said, look, like, you're not that popular, but you're huge with the gay population. They love
Yeah.
you. They want to see your movies. So let's kind of lean into that.
Yeah.
Get yourself in a yoga outfit, start thrusting the air.
We'd thrusted, but I was
Yeah.
like, see a guy in the splits.
Yeah.
Surely that's more appealing to a gay guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Surely
yeah.
that's what a gay guy would
That's a
want.
good point,
Not
yeah.
what a straight woman would want. Like, I don't think it makes any difference to like a woman because I'm really good at
men's
sex.
flexibility.
But, yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. Me too.
Yeah, I'm also good at sex.
Yeah.
I have so many references.
Here they are.
So
I see when I was watching this, I was like, have we like suddenly cut to like Jean-Claude Van Damme in the an auditioning waiting room for this film? Do you know what I mean? Because I was like, this is what he's like in real life. Chad is what Van Damme is like in real life. This is his real life persona being shown on film, and this is probably what he's like in the waiting room before he goes to audition for any film. Just in the splits,
convincing
talking to
everybody
people.
that he's worth something.
Yeah, showing people what he can do, just randoms like that have absolutely no saying whether he gets the role or not, and then obviously like Jean-Claude Van Damme, like next in, he's just like doing the splits on the floor, like oh yeah, sorry you caught me during
Sorry, I was
my
performing.
stretches. Yeah, exactly. I'm always performing. Yeah. So
We're getting
Chad's
to that.
annoying.
We're getting to that, but we realise Chad is a bit of the Californian LA douchebag.
Yeah.
And he's all like happy and sprightly about everything.
Yep.
So then we get a Frank that's obviously 25 years older. No difference in the face. He just doesn't have hair.
Aye.
And
That is fair
Frank's like, look, Chad, I need you to go.
He's not a Chad.
I know. I need you to go into the karate class, and then he's like, what? But no, but I'm doing a fitness class, and he's like,
Yeah.
no,
With
Chad,
the
I
bumps.
need you to go into a fitness class.
We'll run
and
a
then-
business here.
Exactly, and it's like, I'm running this gym here. We need to do this, and then he goes into the karate class, and then like.
For
He's
some
like,
reason,
oh,
there's a
what's
fucking
up?
cockney.
Oh, there's some like it's English. It's English guy.
How you doing,
Yeah.
mate? That's literally what he says. Gavna.
Some cocky cockney lad is in the
Well
class,
said.
and then like his training partner, like Jean-Claude,
bust eye.
Chad goes, hey, what's up? What's
Yeah.
up? And then he's like,
It's
him,
a new guy.
him,
It's a new guy.
That new guy, he kicked me in a karate class, and then like
And
like-
the whole class stops
yeah, and the whole class stops.
to
They've all
gather
got
around.
they've all got these wee geese on, like the
Yeah.
pink silk
Aye.
geese, like
Yeah,
not
it's
not
California, man.
yeah, like, but like the whole point of a fucking
I
geese meant to be you're meant to grab it,
Aye.
not have a soft like
Yeah,
lint-
cotton.
Oh.
Linen touch.
Aye, exactly. But like they're all cutting about, and then like Chad has to fucking sort this guy out. He goes, oh yeah, do you want me to show you this kick? And the guy, he just dodges the
Why?
guy's kick, fucking knocks the guy to the ground with one kick. A guy,
Yeah.
a black belt just fucking takes out some guy,
Yeah.
and then
What was the point in that scene?
I think it was just the whole
show
idea
that
of
he
like
can do
Chad
something?
can fight.
Oh, yeah,
Chad can also
We
kick.
find that out later on. We
No, but
don't need
this
a
is
fucking
this is-
random cockney to get booted in the face.
This is to establish that
Yeah.
while he can do the splits and he's
Yeah.
attractive to women,
What?
he can also
He's a
kick
pretty boy.
unsuspecting people that are trying to learn karate. So like he gets it. It's
Kick
like,
beginners
exactly. Aye.
into their place.
So like this guy's, I don't know what he's obviously like intermediate, and then he has to sort him out. So then
He gets
He
called
goes-
back into the room after
Aye.
being sent out the fucking room.
gets called back
Within
into
a
the
minute.
room, has to go to Frankie's office.
Yeah.
So Frankie just decides to fucking like unload this fucking bombshell on him. Going,
I know.
Chad, I'm not actually your uncle.
Yep.
I'm not related to you at all. And you know what? You're
You're
not
gonna be okay
French.
with it.
You're not French. I just raised you there.
I know.
And it's
That's
just
it.
like-
Slide that in.
Yeah, let's slide that in to make sure that everyone understands that you don't have an American accent.
Like, we don't care. Like, have you ever watched a fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger film and they explain why he's got an Austrian fucking German kind
Ever
of
since
accent?
you left the Austrian army.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they don't. No one cares. No one fucking cares. We're here to enjoy ourselves and watch a film. We don't need the backstory of every fucking character that you ever play.
So, following this, Frankie's like, we need to go to Hong Kong to open another business, because naturally, if you have a fucking fitness centre in LA, the next step is not to open another one in LA, it's to open one in Hong Kong.
Wait, does he actually say that? Because he just says we need to go to Hong Kong. Does he ever say? He never actually says why. I don't think. And he's like, just trust me. And he's like, you would be like, why would you wouldn't go? You'd just be like, mate, just tell me. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, why am I'm not going to fly, like, was it like 9 hours or I don't know what it is. It's fucking more than that.
That's ridiculous.
For you to eventually reveal when we get there why the fuck we're there.
I'm just going to follow you along.
Also, Jean-Claude Van Damme does not pass for a 25-year-old.
Trevor, like 25. I mean, I'm a Glaswegian kid, and at 25, I probably didn't look like a great 25-year-old. But I didn't look like a fucking 41 Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Aye, fucking pushing. By the way, he suits the perm. Looks good with the perm.
He does look good with the perm. He looks good. He's always good.
Great, yeah. So, Chad. So, this is one of the few films, by the way, where I learn everybody's name, because it gets repeated.
Yeah, it's over and over. There's not many people to know in that one, because see that Bolo Yang guy?
Yeah.
His name is meant to be Moon. But never is he referred to as Moon.
No one says that.
I only saw it in the credits after, and I was like, Moon? What a fucking
Who
name.
the fuck's that? Yeah.
I was like, it'd be cool if he had a scar on his face, the shape of a crescent moon. But
that's like an anime hanging it. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I'm Crescent Moon.
I'm called Windfall.
Don't speak to me, I'm shy.
Even though I'm Chinese and I have nothing to do with anime. But anyway, they're going through Hong Kong in their taxi, and then like Chad is just exclaiming at random nonsensical shit. Like he'll point out the window, and the camera will pan at the window, and there's nothing.
Annoying.
There's nothing going on. He's like, Frank, look over there, and then it's like, fuck off.
Aye, at the window of the plane.
Aye.
And then what the fuck? The plane flies over the side, like so low, like and they show you that shot. That's fucking.
We're talking like it's 100 feet away from like the highest building.
I know.
I was like, surely that can't happen.
Why did they show that? It's so weird. It looks real.
I wouldn't be surprised if that did happen.
It looks
back
real.
then in Hong Kong.
It didn't look like CGI or like a cut basically. And then it cuts to them going. He's like, right, we're going to go into this. I don't even know what it is. What would you even call that business?
He's like, Frankie, let's go to the hotel. He's like, wait, I've got a joint that we can go to. And then they go to, I don't know what it is. It's meant to be something between like poker and dominoes.
Is it illegal? Is it not illegal? Is it like a gambling place?
I think it's meant to be a wee kind of gambling place. It is. It's like a wee gambling racket, and then like where guys are like getting drinks and everything.
Yeah. So they go up and they get and he gets it, and the people behind it to go, all right, boss, how's it going? Basically,
here you go, boss.
Like,
just
whoa,
like it.
The audience know that there's twins. He doesn't know he's a twin. Oh wow,
the cashier,
the dynamic.
It's the cashier guy at the front. It's just like, here you go, boss. Just
gives him
like
a shot.
Gives him like I don't know if it's meant to be tea or what. But anyway, then he looks at Chad's shorts. And because they're pink, there's so many gay jokes that are made, but it's like aggressive
jokes.
It's aggressive gay jokes, because he looks at his shorts and because they're pink, and then he starts like going looking at him like he's weird, and then Chad's like, wait, what's wrong with my shorts? And then the guy goes like that and puts his hand like side to side, as if like it's a bit gay. And it's just like,
it's a bit not okay for this part of town.
It's a bit fucking weird, Chad.
Basically.
So like,
but you're the boss.
You're the boss.
And then a mad guy comes up and just hands him money, and he's like, I like Hong Kong.
You think he's going to shoot him, and then he gets handed like a wad of cash.
Yeah. So like, at any point is Chad going like, obviously this isn't normal. Why is the?
I guess.
So we'll call him the American Jean-Claude Van Damme, which is Chad. And then we've got the Hong Kong Jean-Claude Van Damme, which is Alex. Chad and Alex. Two brothers. Chad. Just two brothers kicking around. And so American Jean-Claude Van Damme's like getting handed all this like free shit, and at no point is he be like why are you giving this shit? Why are you calling me boss? He's just like going with it. And obviously Uncle Frankie knows exactly why it's happening.
He's smiling to himself.
Yeah, exactly. He's just like, we know, me and you, the audience, we know, we're in on it.
Remember?
Yeah. Yeah, 10 minutes ago. But it was 25 years for me.
Yeah. Then he's
he's
so
like
then
pure loving it, and it's like this is a
comes
dangerous situation that he's leaving him in. Like, because so this is such a good part. So like you just see these legs in a red dress, and I was fully expecting Van Damme to be in a dress because it was the film so far has been so ridiculous.
It's weird that thing though, like because like everybody looks from bottom to top.
And
then typically if I look at anybody, I'm looking from top to bottom.
Yeah, obviously.
Because I'm a fucking human being, and I look at people's eyes before I look at anything else. But like they look from like bottom to top. She's like the only woman in there, and then she's Caucasian and blonde
and blue-eyed, clean, and basically
clean. She hasn't got any of the gambling smut on her. So she walks up, and then she's like looking at fucking Chad's hair and his clothes and everything. She's like, ah, fucking hell,
this is a new look.
Yeah, I like this look.
Yeah.
And then like Frankie's just like,
Loving
he's like, why don't you go see what she wants?
It's just so weird. He obviously knows that she knows the other one, the other twin, and Frankie knows that, but he's like, I just go there. Like, what?
Mate, go there, see what happens.
Frankie has no idea what the other twin's like. The other twin could be a fucking junkie, it could be a nut job. Like,
from the picture we see, he looks like he's up to no good anyway.
Exactly.
He could slip back hair for one thing.
But he's just like, I'm just going to let my surrogate son just go into a dead end den, basically. Of I have no idea where we are in this horrible establishment, alone, and I'll just sit here at the bar.
Fucking area in Hong Kong.
And when he's just landed, he has no idea where the hotel is.
Jet lag to fuck.
Yeah, I was going to say he has no money, but no, I get handed money, so he's got that. No mobile phones. Good parenting of this 25-year-old that's 40.
So fucking Chad goes to follow this woman in, and then the woman starts fucking like groping him. And she's like wearing silk underwear, like.
She put like no, it's not groping. Groping, I think you can not get away with groping.
You can get away with groping.
Groping in my mind is like, I don't know, like touching him. She literally puts his unzips his trousers and puts his hand.
She's got his hand on the shaft. She's like got his hand in the shaft, and she's like, oh yeah, and then he's like, oh no,
this doesn't feel as big as usual.
And he's like, no, it is. You're so pretty.
It's just cold outside. I just came in. It's a long flight.
I'm short, son.
Yeah. But he's just like, yes, loving this.
He's like, oh my god, keep going.
Yeah.
He's like, this is the best day of my life. So then it just cuts and it turns round, and then what? Jean-Claude Van Damme is looking at Jean-Claude Van Damme.
What?
And then he just goes like, haha. And
he just sticks it at him.
This is Alex, the other twin, just fucking headbutts him unconscious.
Badass Alex. And then you get Frankie, and again, like, you get the twin lying down with Sohid, Chad. You've got Alex hanging over him, and at no point is Alex like going like, "Who the fuck are you?" or whatever, blah blah.
He's just okay with his girlfriend.
He's just
how could you think that with me? It's identical to him. And he keeps on like, he has a cigar.
Yeah.
He just can't. He's not lit it. He just keeps on taking it out of his mouth, putting it out, taking it out of his mouth, and then he goes, and then he just starts being pure homophobic. He goes like, because he was like, "How could you think that was me?" He goes like, "Come on, Alex, he looks exactly like you." He goes like, "You think I look like some faggot?"
Yeah, it's cool. Which happens in the film a few times. He just says that. He's like, "Oh, this is slightly dated."
Well, that's when I realised that I'm like, "Oh, right, okay."
We're going down this route.
I pure casually says it.
Why can't you just be like Slaggy's dress sense? They don't fucking
like say a ferry or a merry.
I know, even that's, but I know that's a good point.
Like that's
you can get away with that.
Derogatory term you can use for a gay person.
Yeah, I know.
Which isn't right.
So. Again, Alex is just okay with him being in the back of his fucking CD office. Like he's obviously doing things that are illegal, and he's just cool with like his twin being in the back, and then this random guy Frankie. And that's the thing throughout the film. Alex has absolutely no connection to Frankie. He has no idea who Frankie is, Uncle Frankie, the raised thingy. But throughout the film, they just gloss over it and pretend as if like, right, okay, they're cool with each other.
We have a connection.
Why exactly? They don't have a connection. They've never met. He literally doesn't know him.
Because they both like, handle guns. That's why.
It's such nonsense. They just act like he's raised both of them, and both of them are really different, and that's the point of the film.
Yeah.
And he and the common like kind of like denominator, the person to calm them down is Frankie, and Alex trusts him, and so does Chad, but Alex has no reason to trust Frankie.
Yeah.
Anyway, he
just
dropped in. Literally, Frankie's just dropped in fucking Hong Kong.
So Frankie comes in. He's like, look, you guys are twins,
Mhm.
like, and he explains
Like,
everything to
what?
Alex, and then like Alex is just kind of like, "Huh, I'm not interested, fuck you," and then like I don't know, like because
He's the
nothing,
badass one.
yeah, nothing. He's the bad boy of the two.
Yeah,
But like nothing happens, and then after he's refused to like help,
yeah.
he
Help
just kind of
what?
in a moment
There's
just
no. They don't say what to help with.
well, I think the whole thing. It's like they just go, look, you technically own that bridge, or you have a big stake in that big
Right.
Harbour Victoria tunnel thing.
Yep. So
Uh,
I was waiting on this. Right. There's no point in this film. There's like, without being a pure Debbie Downer, there was no point in making this film bar like they're twins. That is, it's like they've tried to do Arnold Schwarzenegger twins with Danny DeVito, right? But the whole point of that film is one is completely opposite to the other one, which is what they do here, right? And they're one's trying to connect with one and the other one's not interested, and it's a dynamic, and they're trying to figure out who their mum is and blah blah. That's the journey they're going on together. There's no journey here at all. Like, you can understand the journey of they want to get vengeance, but they don't say that. They say it as if like, oh, you owe that money. We want to prove that you owe that money. Let's go and try and get your money, basically, because you're due that inheritance. They don't do that. They just decide to get guns and start shooting people.
Let's start
Like, they
killing
don't go to they don't go to courts.
Oh.
Like, and what's worse as well, she works for the main guy, the bad guy.
So Alex's girlfriend works for the guy Griffith, who is the businessman that was in like partners with their father.
So perfect. Like, you got a man, a woman on the inside, right? Get her to get some dig up and try and get take them to the courts and say, look, we're doing this. That's a boring film, right?
Yeah.
But that's what that would be the premise.
Interesting now,
yeah,
but not
true.
back then.
Yeah, but that would be the premise. There's like, I was watching it and going like, after this, right? Spoiler alert, they go to like a dock and they start shooting up the place. I'm like, why are they doing this? What is to accomplish?
Well, there's a wee bit in between.
Yeah.
But
it's just it's pure pointless.
Like,
but it's fun. It's fun.
They basically loosely try to be like, right, come on, let's get the film going.
Yeah. I know.
So,
but we don't have a plot yet.
There's no plot
We're
yet.
not part of the plot.
It will unfold.
Yeah, but we're started filming.
So we're going with Alex, and Alex is taking him on some kind of deal, and this is basically to make sure that Chad and Frankie are up to the task of, like, you know, doing anything illegal.
Why?
So
why did they agree to go with him?
So they go with him. He's on his wee tugboat.
Yeah.
That's got like
it's just a massive pirate ship.
Well, it's like same with, in Hong Kong Harbour. It's just tugboats. That's all you need to ship goods. But then like they're meeting these people that are like meant to be like buying whatever off them. So then Alex unveils that there's two fucking Mercedes in the back of his tugboat.
Yep.
And then in the back of that Mercedes there's like fags and cognac and whatever else, just other wee goodies. Then the Hong Kong police crash like the deal, like they've been tipped off.
I did not see them coming because it's a big fucking sea.
Oh, it's a sea, and then they're like, oh
no
shit.
place to hide.
Aye, the only thing that gave it away was sound.
Yeah. It's like, oh shit, the police have snuck up on us.
Yeah, exactly.
From thousands of miles away.
They're in two marine police vehicles, right? So like this whole thing where the guys think that they've been set up, the guys that are buying the Mercedes, and like they do
turn on the twins.
So they're all like fighting and everything, and then Chad guy goes like, right, we need to get these Mercedes off.
Chad. He's good Chad. No, good Chad. Caring Chad. He pulls the chair out for her to let her sit down to show he's caring.
Because he's from LA,
sensitive,
where manners are.
Yeah, gentlemen are born.
They knock out the wee stoppers for this Mercedes, and then like they drop the Mercedes.
Yeah,
and
Alex doesn't know this.
Yeah, Alex doesn't know this at this point, but so this Mercedes, and then Frankie shoots the fuel tank of the Mercedes. And
it's actually a good
up.
idea, because I was like, when they dumped the cars in the ocean, I was like, what the fuck, is that just for the weight to them thinking? But I was like, the tugboat's a piece of shit. It's
a tugboat, mate.
It's
meant for tugging shit.
Yeah,
it's not meant for outrunning marine police. But they do manage to outrun the marine police after shedding two mercs.
Yeah, and then but the thing is, they blow them up and set them on fire, and the police are like, we can't go around.
If
there's not enough sea to go around.
If only we didn't rely on roads like we do with cars with roads.
They stop behind it, going they're getting away.
Yeah, there's too much smoke. We can't possibly see them.
Yeah, just go around. It's the fucking sea.
So this is them kind of establishing themselves as worth the trouble.
and he's wearing like a nice fucking pink fucking shirt and tie. He's like, oh, Chad doesn't belong here.
Yeah.
But Uncle Frankie helps out, so he's gained Alex's respect
Yeah.
for like, using a gun at some point.
So Chad gets a taxi to somewhere, then he's just kind of like, oh, fuck, what a day. And
yeah,
then,
I've lost all my money.
Yeah.
And my clients.
And what's his Chad member, not Alex?
Oh, shit.
So Chad's sitting there, and then the Triad, and then we get to find out who the partner of Griffith was, and it's Zhang. That Chinese guy we saw at the start.
The gay lovers.
The gay
jungle.
lover, see it at
the
the
gay
start?
jungle lovers.
It's called Zhang.
Zhang,
So he thinks that Chad is in fact Alex.
Yep.
And then he's just like...
So he grabs him and puts him in the car.
Gets him in the car.
Chad's just pure
like,
cool. Like, that's the thing as well. Chad's not used to this lifestyle. And he's just pure like...
Accepts it.
He just goes along with it. Oh,
Totally
there's like,
accepts
instead of
it.
being like, fuck, there's a gun on me, he's just like, I've just chucked these cars in the river. I'll just go along with these gangsters in a
Hong
car.
Kong's quite an eventful place.
Exactly. He's been there for like less than a day, and he's been given money, a shot, he's been headbutted.
Now he's with the Chinese Triad.
Yeah.
And then he's just kind of... Then, like, you kind of see that plot device of the fucking cigar box that was bought.
Yeah,
for,
it's in the car.
It's in the car.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
What's the point?
What a cheap little cunt. He's just like, he's assassinated two fucking people.
Yep.
And he's like, I'm going to steal the lighter and the cigar box that was in that.
Yeah.
And it's like,
he said I bought it at an auction.
Yeah, he's like, I bought it at an auction
And he keeps it in
25 years
pristine
ago.
condition for 25 years for this one moment to
Just to be like this. And then there's no way Chad knows that's his dad's old fucking box.
I know, so it's pointless.
Yeah.
It's just that wee Zhang guy getting a hard on his wee fucking like, hee I know that I killed your parents, but you don't.
Exactly. And then that main henchman, fucking, what's his name?
Do you know? Actually thinking about it, right? The Zhang and the other guy,
Bolo Young, also known as Moon.
No, Zhang and
Griffith.
And Griffiths.
Griffith.
They technically don't know that Alex and Chad are.
Aye, the only reason they know because Alex is like into kind of like illegal dealings. They are drugs.
They don't. No, but they don't know that they're the twins. That.
No.
So like, what's the point in the cigar box scene then?
Just because they just had it, and it is an audience. It is. It's just that stupid
so
thing.
Stupid. A wee nod.
Exactly. Remember, but like the main henchman.
School javelin. That's so
this main henchman. Basically, it gets to the point where they get to some fucking other location, and Zhang's at, look at Alex, you could make a lot more money if you 4 tons and those 2 Mercedes. But you can make a lot more money with 4 tons of shifting about white powder. And then that's obviously like at the point, the 1990s in the US was still the war on drugs, so it's just kind of like, no, that's really evil. It's one thing going against UN regulations and dealing Mercedes and Hong Kong, but drugs anywhere? Not like the British did that at one point, everyone was.
But like, we bear tennis.
So then it's kind of like, sort of going back to why was that harbour tunnel made? And then
Chad's like, nah, fuck off.
Chad goes like,
Chad's apparently got massive balls and he could disappear.
Chad's apparently a hard cunt.
Yeah, no one knows where he is. He could just be killed in this in this moment, but apparently he's just going down kicking. Like he's just like, fuck yous.
Zhang's like, what do you say? How about you do it? And then like as a wee kind of slight to him, even though he doesn't fucking know anything, the lighter isn't working, so he just throws the lighter to the ground that he's had for 25 years. He's like, I don't care about this anymore. And
they're just like, oh, that was his father's lighter.
Daddy's lighter.
Yeah, exactly. And he's just looking at it like, okay,
yeah,
I don't care. I don't know what that is.
So Chad's like, you know what, Zhang? Go fuck yourself, mate. So then,
like, beat him up, guys.
It's like, right, guys, that's it. Take this cunt out.
So he just walks away because that's what the bad guys usually do.
He's done. He's done with the conversation.
Yeah.
So then, that main henchman just starts letting like Chad kick 2 guys. Like just kick. There's one kick, and then that's him out the game. Then it goes to kick the main henchman, as we've previously discussed, is called Moon. Yes, the menace in the name of Moon. And then it just kind of like dodges Chad's kick,
Yeah.
but then he fucking palm slams his balls.
I know, what the fuck.
Like, and he just and this is his attack. Don't worry, it will come back to this. He keeps on palm slamming shit.
Yeah, everyone, by the way, his cock takes an absolute beating in this film.
Yeah.
Like, it gets grabbed several times, it gets punched several times. It's so fucking weird, man.
It's kind of weird
because he's wrote it.
Yeah, he wrote that, so like he's been okay with getting like, he's like, I want people to be paid to fondle me.
Yeah. So Chad actually beats up the first one.
First and second guy,
and to show
to show Chad can kick ass.
Yeah, and your man, is it Moon?
Moon is called
Moon.
Bolo Yang.
Bolo Yang, I'm going to call him that. Bolo Yang goes, I'm disgusted with how shit you are, and he just snaps his henchman's
snaps
neck.
Another guy's neck.
Yeah.
He's easily disposable guys.
Yeah.
And then
he beats up Chad in a shipping container.
Pam slams him, then just starts like fucking smashing him against the wall of the container.
And you can see like every time he smashed him against the wall of the container, Jean-Claude Van Damme is smacking his hand against the wall.
Yeah,
to make the noise. Make it more like just like they do in wrestling.
Yeah.
He's really giving it to me, guys. Is this a good shot?
So then Zhang's like that. Well, maybe at some point you'll reconsider.
Yeah.
It'd be much better if we work together. And then they just leave.
I know, like, it's such a, like, you would always say no then, because, like, no just means you're going to get beat up a wee bit.
Yeah,
as opposed to, like, being, like, a fucking, like, owned by the drug mule.
Yeah.
Like, being a drug mule, sorry.
And he makes that wee joke, like, if you have any cognac, you know my number.
That comes back into play.
Exactly. Remember?
This whole film's remember.
I know, it's all just like referenced back to 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So that Zhang gives like, you know, precious information when he's trying to propose that deal of saying where the drugs are going to be like processed and then transported from.
Yep.
So
he just comes back basically and they say, what happened to you? And he just goes, oh fuck, I get the shit
I got shit kicked out of me, but I have intelligence and what we're going to do next. Also, just so you know, Alex has already asked his girlfriend Danielle, I think her name is,
to look into our boss.
To look into our boss, some records for our boss, just at that harbour tunnel, to just see if they can get any good legal documentation, because she's the only one that seems to have a fucking brain and going like, you know, you can't just shoot your way towards ownership of a bridge. You probably need some kind of like documentation saying that it's in your name.
She says that to Frankie, and Frankie's like an old man in the pub. I was there, that's the only evidence I need.
There, God damn it, I fucking saw everything. And then he's like, I don't need this fucking Nancy telling me what to do.
I know. And she's like, he says that a few times, like, we've got enough Nancy's here talking about Chad, basically, and obviously talking about her. She's like, I've been dealing with enough Nancy, now we get you to deal with all that.
She's like the only white collar worker amongst all of them.
And she's like, I'm just having a normal civil, like a well thought out plan.
I'm just trying to see where I can be of any use. And you're shouting at me.
Or where you should be heading in what situation. But when I was watching it up to this point, I was like, what is the fucking plan? So far, we find out that Alex is shady and Chad gets mistaken for him and gets beat up because he won't do drugs. But again, at no point do we know what the plan is. Why is Frankie brought him over to Hong Kong? What the fuck is the plan in the movie? It's so stupid.
It moves on to, right, we know where the drugs are going to be, so how about a wee fuck you to these guys?
Yeah, exactly.
This will somehow help.
Yeah, and it's like, there's only like a gang getting back together again. You don't know fucking know
each other. This is day one.
Yeah, and they're not mercenaries, or like, they'll do these things.
Alex and Frankie might be mercenaries, might be able to pass for mercenaries. Chad is a fitness instructor that has got a black belt in karate.
And they're just like, you have a gun, we're gonna shoot up a fucking drug operation.
In no way is he prepared for any of this.
But they expect him to be.
Yeah.
And they're angry when he's not.
So Chad has zero experience, but like, it gets to the it gets to the point they're all kind of like gearing up with their guns and everything.
Yeah.
And then Chad's like, you got fucked over, Alex. And then Alex just fucking grabs the gun and starts unloading a pistol into the wall. Yeah. And he's like, And at a point it's been proven. Yeah. We don't know what the point is, but they do.
Yeah, apparently he's efficient in weaponry, but when did that happen?
Exactly. Because like Chad kind of knows about guns. Yeah. I don't know.
I know.
But anyway,
they decide to take the boat to an abandoned hotel island.
Yeah, it's like they're at
And they said, this is our base of operation. To do what? What the fucking what is going on?
This is where we won't be found.
Yeah, dude, what?
Yeah.
Like, again, why is Alex like willing to go with these two people that he has just met to go to a fucking abandoned hotel to start shooting? Yeah, exactly.
So they go,
and he's the most reluctant one about that's my brother.
Yeah.
But again, it's like he trusts Frankie and wants to go with Frankie, but just met him.
yeah.
It's so stupid. Sorry.
That's the effect Americans have on you. I always trust every American I meet.
I do like Frankie. And then to show obviously that Chad's like, he's not used to these conditions.
Yeah.
He's fucking brought like a suit and a fucking what is that, protective sleeve.
He's got a suit cover on his wee suit, and then like they're going to this hotel, this base of operations.
It's not a hotel, but it's just an abandoned building.
It's an abandoned kind of hotel that for like something maybe back in the 60s was
Yeah.
built on this island to make it a resort.
Yeah.
And then like to make Chad seem even more inexperienced,
Out of
he like
place.
can't get up the stairs, and then like he kind of trips up, and then
And
like
the pigeon flies on him and all
yeah,
that.
a pigeon's like, attached to him at one
Yeah.
point. It stays on him,
Yeah.
and then Alex
Frank's
is
just like, oh,
and Alex
what's
is
he
just,
like, Alex?
Alex is just that was funny.
He's such a dick.
And,
And Frankie's just like, yeah, I wish I had you as a son.
Yeah,
Alex.
I would
Not
rather
Chad.
you, Alex,
Yeah.
clear criminal, be my son.
Yeah.
So then we get to the espionage mission
Yep.
that they're going on.
Yep.
So they're walking through, and then Alex is just like that to Chad, because at this point you're thinking like Chad doesn't really know much, so maybe I should consider that. Alex just goes at him, watch my back, and then before he goes to leave, he's like, don't fuck up.
I know. He's already just sweating and everything. Don't fuck up, don't be a fucking
Don't
useless.
fucking ruin all of this for
Ruin
us.
my life.
You fucking idiot.
You piece of shit.
So like,
Nancy boy.
so Chad is just sat there with like a wee submachine gun,
Yeah.
and he's just sitting there
Like, what's the plan?
looking about.
Yeah.
And
See, to be fair, this is one of the few films where they've not said out the plan out loud. So you clearly see like later on that there was a plan and things happen and it actually works out not too bad. But like they don't overly explain it, which is a bit better. It's more refreshing. Whereas every like Mission Impossible is like, we're going to do this, then that,
and then we'll do this,
yeah,
and then a double
and then they'll
cross,
show
and
you,
then,
yeah, exactly.
And it turns out I'm the bad guy.
Yeah, holy shit.
But so Chad and Alex are there.
Mm-hmm.
What happens is that Alex is going through all covert, and then fucking Chad sees a guy because like the guy that they knocked out originally is being looked for.
Yeah.
So then Chad's like, right, I need to fucking show what I'm made of.
Yeah.
And he just fucking kicks the guy in the face and knocks him to the ground, and then like everybody hears that. 'Cause, a shipyard always hears 2 boxes falling means danger.
A working like drug factory.
Yeah.
It's fucking noisy as fuck. Like it's on a dock. I would buy a classic working drug facility. It's always on a dockyard. You always get a fight up at a dockyard. And then we find out that Chad's apparently okay with just killing human beings.
Yeah, Chad sprays a guy in the chest with a submachine gun, and he kind of glances at him and then goes, right, I'm order.
Next. Who's next?
So the whole fight's went off, and then we're getting to a bit where like Alex is just starting to dual wield pistols. He's like, fuck, Chad fucked up. I knew he'd do it.
He says it so many times, like, fucking Chad.
Yeah, fucking Chad, damn it, Chad.
Damn
but
it, Chad.
There's a bit, he's just firing at people, right? So I went and looked at this because I was like, right, how much do these pistols actually hold? Each pistol shoots about 15 rounds, right? Alex shoots a total of fucking 43 bullets just at everybody and anybody that comes near him, and then it's just like sounds cool. Doesn't have to reload. He's the main character.
And when he's in like kind of in the back where they're making the cocaine or whatever they're doing, what they're making, that's when they have a proper shootout, and it's like. Like you're leaning over things, you're shooting and then you're hiding and you're shooting and you're hiding. It's usually a decent distance. This is like 5 yards. They literally could nearly throw the gun, but they're missing both. You're missing each other, and then the middle is just like picnic tables, foldable picnic tables.
It's like old woodwork tables you'd get.
And there's nothing to the bottom of them. They're just legs. So at one point, like Alex is like hiding behind it with a gun, like getting ready to come out behind this microwave that he's hiding behind, and the guy is like spraying, missing everything. He's like, you can see his whole body and his whole arse below the table. You could literally just shoot him, mate, and then he obviously comes out from the microwave and just starts going and then he decides to lie on the ground and roll and spin like a child does when they're playing in the garden with their kids, like, I'm going to shoot you when I roll and stuff, like we're supposed to, and it does it slow motion, so it looks even more stupid.
And the people are like, I can't hit this guy. He's on the floor.
Whoa, he's too fast.
He's on the floor rolling at slower than walking speed. This guy's unstoppable.
Yeah.
So then, after that's happened, there's a bit where like one guy of all the henchmen has a laser sight on his pistol.
Oh, his pistol, yeah.
And then like is aiming at Chad. And
how
Chad's
do they get the
like,
money for that? He got a pistol.
And it's like the one guy with a laser sight is the one guy that is hesitating to shoot.
So we can
Chad.
show the red dot going up his body.
It's like a purely,
you big cat.
It's like a kind of precursor to Predator.
Yeah.
Like just as it goes up.
It's so stupid.
And then you're like, oh fuck, Chad's dead. And then, wouldn't you know
Chad's
it,
dead.
Frankie is sitting up there with a sniper rifle and he shoots the guy from like fucking 5 metres away.
That was all part of the plan.
It was all part of the plan.
That we didn't explain. He's pure nods to him. There's a bit at this as well that Alex snaps a guy's neck and like, I forgot about the upside down shooting as well.
There's an upside down shooting scene. He's running away. Alex is running away from somebody.
Yeah.
And then like, but somehow ends up on his back. It is like, I'm going to shoot this guy upside down through a fucking bookcase.
By the way, like he looks like he sticks this dynamite to some. It's magnetic and you hear the noise. He looks like he sticks it to cement. A cement block. It doesn't look like it's metal. So like later on he sticks it and it's magnetic.
Oh yeah, so we should note at this point that they're actually blowing up this fucking drug processing plant, so they've brought Semtex with them.
Yes.
Don't know how they got that.
Yeah, I know. Alex has got everything.
Yeah.
Mate, he like breaks someone's neck and they like pure spasm, but he breaks it like he does that to like face on.
Oh yeah, at
it's
the
not
start.
like
I know. At the start, he like punches him. He punches him in the back, and he holds his head.
And flicks it up and down.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's how he breaks his neck.
It does like
how he breaks
it does some unscrupulous fucking neck break at the start of this espionage mission, which is a bit. Yeah.
He does. Yeah.
He's like kind of holding his hand up.
Yeah.
He that's it. He grabs the guy's forehead and then punches him in the back,
He gently puts his hand on his forehead and flicks it back the way, and apparently that snaps
punches
his
him
neck.
in the spine, and then that's him dead.
And the guy like spasms, like he gets electric shock. He goes like,
oh my god!
So I feel like shits his pants, like, and that doesn't shock Chad. Like Chad's okay with that guy's neck getting snapped, but he's shocked that the stool nearly makes a noise because the stool nearly falls and he just catch it. Like,
Hi. Oh my god! And then like,
we could have got cat.
And Alex is like, well done.
He's holding a dead body.
Yeah.
And he's just like, again, okay with it. Like, oh man,
this is cool.
So then what they're doing is they've planted the dynamite.
They planted dynamite. They get the fuck out of there
They get
on
a
a
truck.
and then that's it. They've blown up the drug plant.
Mate, they actually do really well with the whole him playing two characters. It's actually done really well.
It's like really good for something in the fucking 90s. It's the idea that
because it must be exhausting having to change, especially with the perm and then the fucking soaking slick back here.
Yeah. So then we're cutting to Zhang
Fuck up.
and Griffiths just fucking at whatever weird dinner nightclub thing, and then like
boat cake.
Yeah. There's a cake in the middle of the table.
It's fucking terrible.
And then like they're just kind of going like, they're like, oh, we've made this much, and then they're like,
money.
But there's a traitor in our midst, so like they point to like one guy, and that Griffith has like a fucking henchwoman that's essentially a female bodybuilder.
She's ripped, man.
She's fucking huge, and then like she insists on wearing like the shortest shorts ever to show off how big her fucking legs
quads are huge.
She's massive, mate. Like I was terrified. Like, but he's just like, right.
British guy's brilliant, but isn't he?
The British, it's a classic.
There's a
British
rival
guy.
outside, or potentially inside our midst. Yeah. He's looking so good. It's like pure typical like 70s like Bond villain.
Exactly.
Like,
he is a Bond villain.
It's fun as fuck.
So he's like, right, Mr. Maw or whatever the guy's name is.
Side Moon. Crescent Moon.
And he just goes, and then when they root out whoever like they think is the mole.
Yep.
this Kara just comes. Kara's this huge fucking bodyguard woman. Just comes and throws him down on a chair and just pulls out like a fucking pocket knife and stabs him in the
slowly stabs him. It's really weird.
She's like, like stabbing him.
Dead uncomfortable scene.
Yeah.
Like, it goes down slow.
And everyone's just like, kind of like, oh, okay. And then
more cake.
And the British guy's like, more cake, everyone. Are you okay, human? So
guy's just bleeding out the floor.
Guy's bleeding, dying, probably shits himself. Like it ruins the entire event.
Yeah.
But anyway, but at the same point, another plan is hatched without anybody knowing about it.
Yeah.
Where Alex and Chad are going in to deliver cognac to Mr. Zhang.
Aye, because he mentioned it once.
Mm-hmm. And then Frankie is just sitting there already, and he's got like some what I'm considering a fucking prostitute.
Yeah.
Like sitting with him,
talking him up.
And then there's a bit where she goes like, "You are very handsome, like Sean Connery." Wait, what? And then that
Frankie's broken. And
then
I feel like he's just being himself in this film.
He's just like,
it's just, I feel
I'm not acting in this film. I'm just gonna sit here.
I'm just here for the paycheck.
Yeah, exactly.
He was really good.
I'm
man.
here to have a moustache and nothing else.
He looked so much like the guy in Jurassic Park 3. You know, the mad Da.
Yeah.
Like
He
reminded me of him.
With less hair.
Yeah, exactly. But so basically, the cognac, we're assuming that when it gets kind of obvious that it's some sort of bomb or something, right? And the guy just accepts the bodyguard guy, just with mad, looks like fucking like Hercules or something. A fucking which
the giant bodyguard guy who never comes into it again.
Yeah. He decides that I'm not gonna look in the crate to make sure that this is defo cognac. That's my fucking job. So anyway, he delivers the cognac and just brings it into where all these extremely successful business people are, and just dumps it. And he's just like, cognac from that guy, and then Zhang goes, it's from cognac from Alex, and he goes, wait, Alex knew about the shipment last night and the shipment blew up, bring him in. So they go out hoping he's still there and go out to go grab Alex, and they accidentally grab Chad, who's bringing in a box as well. I don't know what the plan was there, because like you've got Chad and Alex dressed the same, and one's carrying the box and one's no carrying, both of them are carrying a box and one takes it off. What if they saw both of them together at that point? Like, then they'd be like, right, you're up to something. No, we know he's our twins, usually the ones from the fucking what
we still don't know they're twins at this point. No one knows that they're twins.
I know, but I'm saying they would have found out right there and then, because they're both carrying boxes. Like, why is one not why are they both dressed the same? Like, it was just weird. I know they're trying to hide, but you would see they're both in the same room.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, like I know the reason, but
you see the difference in personality too, because that Alex is like kind of like dancing,
stern,
but he's like sternly looking over all the time, and
Chad's
then Chad's got like a bottle of cognac on his shoulder, and he's just pure like, fuck yeah, like, this is amazing.
Life. He loves Hong Kong apparently, even though he's nearly died like 3 times in a day.
I've murdered like 10 people, gotten money, and nearly had sex.
Yeah. I've been felt up by a woman.
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck? He's on an adventure.
Yeah, and this is just a great time.
Yeah.
So
he comes in with cognac, and I don't know why the bodyguard guy isn't like kind of like, I just took the cognac off you.
Oh, he's like, you got more cognac.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, by the way, Zhang wants to thank you personally. Was but I've got another crate in the car. He's like, no, I don't think you get it.
Get in.
Zhang wants to thank you personally.
Yep.
And just grabs him.
He's not noticed it. A second ago, the wrestler guy was like, "Oh, your face is healed up, alright." And then he literally talks to because he's talking to the wrong twin. Then he talks to the actual twin that has his face mixed up, and he's talking to him 10 seconds later. His face is messed up. He's not noticed it. Like, 10 seconds later, he's got swollen. Fucking.
I'm not paying attention to you
anymore than I have to. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this guy's a really good observant bodyguard.
So the cognac bomb goes off.
Yeah. Chad drops to the floor.
Chad drops to the floor like a fool because he thinks he has to get down. He thinks he's been signalled to get down.
Yeah. And Frankie reveals, because Frankie revealed that he's got a massive fucking detonator.
Yeah.
He's just had in his fucking. Like, does he not get searched before he came into the fucking like club?
No,
like, no. He's got a massive button. He's like, what's that for? That's for my car.
That's my car keys.
Yeah, my TV remote.
You damn.
I'm old. I brought this by mistake.
Help me.
Where am I?
So the cognac bomb goes off, and then like Alex like just starts using bottles after bottle on each enemy that he comes. Like, it's just a big huge like drinking bottle, and he just constantly hits
bottles
them.
of whiskey and just smashes it. One guy gets smashed off 3 bottles, and he gets hit in the throat and he's still conscious. Like
oh,
3 bottles of Jack Daniels. Imagine getting hit in the head.
Times and I'm dazed.
Yeah, he's like alright, and he gets hit in the throat and like, oh no, I'm out. So the fight all breaks out because the place is like blown up. For some reason, all the guys in that fucking room, the important people, aren't dead. Like, I don't know how they're not dead. What's the point in fucking bomb when you think about it? Like, so everyone's just kind of like knocked to the floor, and Alex, Chad, and Frankie are like, right, we need to get out of here now because we've got another bomb that we haven't blown up yet. And then that's when the big reveal is the bad guys know they're twins.
There's 2 of them?
There's 2 of them because they stop at the door for some reason to look back to make that moment happen.
Don't just keep running.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then that Danielle, Alex's girlfriend, is trying to look for the fucking
Caucasian British woman.
Yeah, like she's trying to look for those files.
Again.
So then that Cara woman shows up because she's already pulled her up for looking through the files. You know, like doing her job.
What you doing?
And she's like, I guess I'm gonna have to frisk you. And then it's this really weird, like almost like a
it's
rape
really
scene.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, like everybody's uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's fucking.
And
weird
she's
fuck.
like, what is it she says?
I think they're trying to make it sexy, and it's fucking.
It's not, mate.
It's horrible.
Yeah. Sexual assault scenes will never hook me.
Yeah, it's so bad that you're almost like, I think that actress would not have been okay with that scene. Like,
it's this weird rapey scene where that Cara just starts kind of like pushing to get Danielle up against the wall, like smelling her hair and pulling her chin back and all
weird
that.
Fucking sideburns as well. The bodyguard, the builder, basically.
And she's wearing like leather and all that because you know she's
and they're
evil.
filming from below.
Yeah, and they're filming from below, and then you're seeing that Cara kind of go like hold her hands and like fucking feels all the way up to her arse, and then it's just then you can frisk me.
You think it was going to cut away at one point and it didn't. It just kept going. You're like,
you saw this thing, a sexual assault happen.
Yeah.
And then like
you need time to adjust.
Yeah. And then that Zang.
I'm watching a film.
Yeah, I'm watching a film. This isn't happening again. I mean, this isn't happening.
Yeah.
And then Zang and Griffiths are just listening.
Yep.
Like through the audio, through this frisk happening.
Yep.
And then
in an office.
And then that Danielle's like, fuck, I'm really freaked out after that.
Yep.
I need to phone Alex. So Alex and Frankie are out chopping wood while they're at the base of operations, the Fortress Hotel. And then like Chad answers the phone and it goes, oh no, wait, they're just out right now in the jungle. Hey, talk to me though. I'm a really nice guy.
I'm a nice guy. What a weird thing to say.
Yeah. And
tell me about all your problems.
Any guy that has to say he's a nice guy probably isn't that nice a guy.
Yeah, wants in your pants.
Yeah. So like,
she's like, I don't want to talk about it on the phone, and they're listening to the phone call.
Yeah. Because meet me here at this location.
Yeah.
So then Chad just leaves immediately. Like, even though he's got 2 people like there that are obviously better
just
than him at this shit.
2 minutes. Like,
and he just immediately goes, Alex, Frankie. He's like, right, fuck this, and he just gets in the boat thinking that he's taking initiative.
And it's that 20-man boat. Like to operate this boat,
yeah.
And he's like, and he has no idea how to fucking operate a boat.
To drive a boat.
Suddenly he's fucking an expert at it, and he's flying away. And again, he's pure smiling, pure like.
I'm a hero.
Yeah. Like she's had like a pure traumatic like rape experience, and he's just like driving the boat, going like she's gonna save her.
She's gonna be so wet for me when I get there.
She's so vulnerable. I'm gonna be there for her.
So we're getting to the bit where they're meant to like meet up,
and
then like the Triad show up, and then it's like this weird time because there's a white guy with them who's just wearing like stirrups.
Yeah.
He just wears cowboy shoes.
Yeah.
And then
but does it even show you shoes at that point? Because he starts kicking people, and Alex is like fucking 10, and he kicks that guy and slits his throat. And I'm like, how does he slit his throat with that kick? And I never know. It doesn't show you till later on.
No, the scene like when they get out the car, and it's just like the guy's like shoe slams down the ground, and you can clearly see that he's got these stirrups on.
Oh, I missed that.
And I was like, well, fucking hell, like that's impractical. Yeah, like that's my niche.
Yeah, and Chad's now turned up. And he's in the back
Alex's
office. Yeah, Alex's office, back office, and Alex and Frankie have no idea where the fuck he's went, what's going on. So he phones the fucking, like, he's lucky that fucking they went to his apartment den, because otherwise he'd have no idea where Chad went and what's going on.
Yeah.
So then obviously the man behind the counter explains, like, look, your brother's here away, your missus basically back here, but like why does he automatically go to fucking like, oh, they're fucking doing things, like they're getting romantic together, like the Alex just ends up going off his nut immediately, like. So
like they managed to escape. Obviously everybody at the fucking everybody at Alex's like office thing gets killed. The stirrups guy does a wee backwards heel kick and like cuts the fucking guy's, doesn't slit his throat, cuts his throat out of his body with his mad stirrup shirt.
Everything gets ripped home.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts looking. So then like while this is happening, they've managed, like Chad and Danielle managed to get away out of a wee secret room.
Yeah.
And then Alex is like, he knows something's going on, as in like he knows that they've been left, and then Chad's about to get fucking Danielle. Yeah. So Alex immediately starts drinking like whiskey and worrying about his girlfriend.
What a terrible pretend acting to be drunk.
Yeah.
Fuck me. He's just throwing all over the place going,
I felt as though this was more like Jean-Claude Van Damme is going to be. Like this is a forecast for what he's going to be like. So he's like,
this is what he's like Offset.
Yeah.
Or when he comes in on a Monday morning. Sorry to point out, see when they escape and that wee fucking wee hidden bit, he kicks that door open to a set. Like you can see the set and the fucking shot, and it pauses. So it shows you like that is in a fucking in a studio. It's a movie studio, where they like pause on it like for fucking ages, and it pure like to show off like. But it's like crazy how like 2 minutes later they're in an alleyway, obviously. But like why show that like it goes like look studio set,
let's go.
into the studio set.
Then they're meant to be outside.
Yeah, that's stupid. But anyway.
But then, so they're going through, and like Alex is like drinking because he can't do anything. He's just stranded in this island.
Yeah.
And then like he starts drinking.
He's
and
got
then
no
like,
boat.
He
took my boat.
He took my bird.
They took my boat.
He took my bird. But then like Alex like starts angrily getting more drunk. And tearing the place apart while fantasizing about Chad, like shagging
Where's
Danielle.
Frankie at this point? Because they were together chopping wood. Where's Frankie at this
I don't know
point?
where he was. He just kind of goes in another bit. But then like it's really weird because it's a really graphic fucking sex scene that he's imagining.
It's the oddest thing ever. So what happens is Chad and Danielle escape in a boat. But it's funny, see when they're running through, like they're getting chased and running through like the town of Hong Kong, there's no extras. They've just decided to film in the streets.
In a busy street of Hong Kong.
So everyone is looking and looking at the camera going like, what the fuck is going on?
Why are these people here? There's like grandchildren around like, with our grandparents going, what the fuck?
They're all just looking at the camera and all that. And then a guy, obviously it's pretend, a guy gets hit by a car and everyone's like, what's going on? It's like real reactions. It's actually quite good because everyone's like, what the fuck? Because they've not paid anyone, they've just run down the street and bump. Anything could have happened, like bumping into all these people. There could be so many fights, real fights breaking out because they're just flying through people, bumping into them while they're trying to sell their stalls, actually go about their living day.
I didn't think of that when I saw it. I was just all these people look really authentic for 1990s extras.
Look like this. They're not no chance extras because they're all staring at the camera. Look, they're just fucking.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that guy just got by a car. It's so funny.
This is so Hong Kong.
Yeah, exactly.
But
so, sorry. They finally they managed to get away, and it's just something I don't know why I wanted to say this, but Jean-Claude Van Damme like performs an expert fucking dive in the ocean. Like it's so fucking well done.
Oh yeah, because they have to jump off a boat and then the girl goes like, and like he pushes her off. Then he has to do like a pure combat dive.
Swan dive.
Yeah. He does a wee pose and then like they're diving in. But then after that. Funny. They've managed to get on the boat, and then the bad guys have like immediate access to a helicopter just off the side of the boat.
What the fuck? What the fuck? I don't know. Like, it's a chase scene. They didn't know they were going to have to be chasing someone, and that helicopter's just sitting there ready to go. Like,
standby helicopter already here, fueled up, pilot ready, full permission to fly in this fucking city. This is while he's having his drunken escapade and fantasising about his twin brother fucking his girlfriend.
He gets rid of like one of the many cigars that he throws out his mouth. It's honestly, I think I counted 6 to 8 cigars he's not smoking and just takes out his mouth and fucking but he's on an abandoned island. How many fucking cigars did he bring?
He's got a clear I was quite surprised he didn't have a cigar box.
I know.
To the,
he's just fucking constantly like, it's just to go, his character likes being pissed off and,
Yeah.
throwing cigars. That's my thing. That's what I do.
So he's fucking raging, and I'm telling you, by the way, this like sex fantasy that he's got on
Weird
his
as
head,
fuck, yeah.
it is really, really graphic. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, this is essentially porn that I'm
It was
watching here.
yeah, it was like 90s, like fucking 60s porn kind of thing.
And it obviously made me very uncomfortable because I don't like watching porn.
I watched this in Starbucks, and thankfully I'd moved to a bit where no one could see the bit behind. I was like, oh, I chose the right time to move. Basically, there's always a scene like that. You know what I mean? But you know what's weird about it as well? Like, it cuts to it, and at one point you're watching like the sex scene, and you think it's actually happening at the start. You think because the brother Chad is thinking about it. And then she's downstairs and she's just been a bit weird as if she's thinking about it.
Even though they take off her wet clothes,
they've been shot at and all that, and it's like, she's going to be horny. Let's go down and start pumping.
Now's the
for
time
no
to
reason.
fuck my brother's girlfriend.
Yeah. So and then it cuts to, oh shit, this is actually Alex's fucking nightmare scenario basically, and it's him that's thinking about it. And I was like, is that why the background is like a nightclub?
Yeah,
like,
it's all
because
purple
we're
and
on a
pink and all
boat.
that.
They're on a boat, and it's just like weird fucking hue like in the background.
In his anger of like, you know, walking about and tearing this already dilapidated hotel apart, he's like snorting. Like he goes and just starts like spraying shit out his nose, like, you know, when you see like somebody about, well, it's maybe
coke.
I know you see in Scotland, like, you know, like somebody that just like has to get the snot out of their nose. He starts just doing that.
That's
he
horrible.
starts just randomly doing that
Because he's hard as fuck.
Exactly.
He's always hunched.
Aye, and he's always like hunched over, leaning over.
And he only wears black.
Yeah, he only wears black, and his hair's always slicked back.
Yeah.
So
then
then,
soaking.
aye, he's always oily haired.
Yeah.
And then
So
they get back.
They make it back to the fucking hotel. Chad and Danielle.
Chad and Daniel get back, and Frank's like, you've got some fucking explaining to
Just
do.
no wonder. Where the fuck were you? What
Yeah.
the fuck did you do, you fanny? Like.
So Alex is sitting there being drunk and everything, so like it's obviously going to be some kind of fight scene. Then like the girl's like, look, Alex, he was just trying to help, and then he just goes like, you shut up, and he fucking slaps her to the ground, and that's at the point we're like, right, that's it.
The brothers are going to have conflict.
Yeah. You just
I'm a
hit
nice
girl.
guy.
Yeah. You just hit a girl. I'm a nice guy.
We
You're
established
going,
it when I said I'm a nice guy.
You're going down. And
So he
then
kicks him.
they're like fighting.
It's actually well done. It's well done, man. It's not bad because it's the same person fighting, the same actors fighting
It's a decent fight scene, and then
good.
they're like beating the shit out of each other, and then like Alex is getting the better of Chad, and then they're going like, look, Alex, he's your brother.
Yeah.
He's your brother, and everyone's like, you're drunk, Alex. And then like at this line,
It's so
Alex
good.
is angry. He just goes like,
Mr. Perfection.
Alex lines like, I'm drunk, but tomorrow I'll be sober, but he'll always be a faggot. It's just like,
That's
what?
not cool.
And then like
No, it's not even that. See, before that, no, he was like, Mr. Well, here he is, Mr. Perfect, Mr. Dark Silk Underwear.
he clearly wants to try dark silk underwear. Because one thing I thought was funny was like,
you were brave enough to do it, and I wasn't.
I'm stuck with cotton underwear.
Yeah. I'm scared to be gay, okay?
I'm scared to be metrosexual.
Yeah.
But Jean-Claude Van Damme says, I'm actually more like Chad than I am like Alex.
Yeah.
But for what we have
Does he say that in
researched
our interview?
about
Does he?
what we've known more
Yeah, there's a lot
is
like
that Jean-Claude Van Damme is much more like Alex than any of his fucking
When he drinks,
lines.
yeah.
Exactly, like in terms of like, you know, being not caring about anything.
Well, it makes a lot of sense if he's wrote it, and these are the two sides of a twin. It makes a lot of sense that if he's writing himself, that he would do the two fucking sides of himself, basically, because he plays into it actually alright. Bar being drunk, this is probably his best acting. This is probably his best acting in this film.
Apart from the drunk scene.
The drunk is so bad, so fucking bad.
So there's this fight's been there, and
Frank breaks up with shooting.
Frank shoots in the
It's like
ceiling.
brothers, but he's not even got he's like, that makes no difference. They're not brothers.
Yeah.
And Alex makes a good point. He's like, he looks like me, but he's not my fucking brother.
Yeah.
And then as there's a good line as well, he's like, I'm gonna make sure he's not my twin. Like, I'm gonna fuck his face up. Yeah,
so
I was like,
bad.
oh shit.
I'm like, whoa, that's nuts.
That's a good line.
And then like,
Not bad for a pussy.
and he keeps on making like, he was like, yeah, you're not bad for a pussy, while he's beating him up.
I know how he's getting beat up.
But then like fucking like Chad's like, fuck that guy, he's not my brother. He's like nearly cried. And then like Frankie's just going like, look, Chad, what are you doing? You can't leave here.
Yeah, it's literally an island. Yeah.
And he goes, you can't. How are you going to get back to LA? And he's like, I'll swim back to LA. And he just runs away
like an 8-year-old child. Like, I don't care. I don't care.
I don't want to be anyone. And then,
You're
like,
him.
Yeah, you like him better than me. And then Alex like goes away to be drunk more, somewhere else.
And
so
they
like
both wake up in different parts of the beach.
And then
because they're so alike, but they don't know they're so alike.
They're brothers, two brothers in a beach. And then
the grandmas
Zhang,
are coming.
Yeah. Zhang army is a coming.
Yeah.
So Zhang has like a fucking whole army.
He wakes up on the beach and you see that the beach gets basically invaded by a fucking. It's like an actual army though.
Yeah.
It's like they're all dressed in green.
They've got like boats and everything.
Like when have they established that point? Like that he's
got a military. He's got a militia at his disposal.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, Alex is like, fuck, right, I'm hungover as fuck.
This is not the time.
This army is totally like taking Frankie and Danielle.
Yeah.
And then like Chad is on the other side of like this island, like in amongst some bushes. So then like Zhang's henchman, that moon guy, he just keeps palming people.
Yeah.
Like Frank's like, I'm not gonna. And then like, that guy just goes like, slap, palm, slap, palm,
slap.
Bitch. So yeah, they start taking like these people out after like Danielle and Frankie have been taken away.
But they don't know at this point that they've been taken away, really. And
then they're like, right, I'm gonna fucking. And then like Chad is got this guy tied up, and Alex is like, what the fuck? This guy's tied up in a room. And then Chad's sitting there with a knife, and he's like, yeah, I'm actually badass and sometimes. And then like
there's a bit on when they wake up on the beach, Alex is like confronts this guy basically, and he like, it's crazy, he like throat slaps him, and apparently that fucking makes him backflip.
That sends him 6 feet into the
air. Yeah. That's how bad. And he takes his knife and doesn't use it. Like, it's, I don't know why they zoom in on it.
Because he sees Danielle and Frankie getting dragged into this helicopter. Yeah. So Zhang's like, right, you guys all stay behind. I'm gonna keep looking for these twins.
Why would you just stay there and keep looking?
No, it's too easy.
They start taking out the henchmen each together, and you realise that Chad's taking out quite a lot of them, and he's waiting to interrogate one of the henchmen. Yeah. And Alex was like, okay, let's interrogate this bitch.
So they know where the fucking guys are going to be.
Yeah.
So
they really get their money's worth for this helicopter.
Yeah. They get so many helicopters.
The British guy now arrives with his masculine woman bodyguard. It's pure ripped out of mind.
He has to like walk 10 paces behind him to not seem taller than him.
Yeah. And they take them to another. This is full of boats. Another the hull of the boat, or like
the engine room.
The engine room, yeah, that's it. And they tie up Frankie and Danielle. And they basically, but like they knew that they were on an island, and they knew where the only boat was. So like, why didn't they just stay on the fucking island and go, let's look for them? Like, so they decided to use them. I'm assuming use them as bait, but like, how would it's just fortunate that that one of the guys gave up the location of where Frankie and Danielle is for Chad and Alex to go find them. Because otherwise they'd be like, we want to get the twins. How do we get the twins here? Oh, we'll use these guys as bait. But we haven't told Chad and Alex where they are.
Don't worry, they'll work it out.
Yeah. Because the movie has to happen.
Remember
the cigar box.
So like, Alex, they basically managed to find this fucking boat really easy. Frank and Danielle are being tortured.
It's a dinghy.
But there's a huge kind of like disparity between the torturing, because that moon guy is fucking palm slapping Frankie.
Yeah,
and
God,
like,
he's not
beating the shit out
attacking.
of him, and then like we go, right, let's make him talk, and they start using a fucking steam hose and bumming him, and then fucking Danielle is definitely getting the easier side of this. She just gets kind of like grabbed by a frail English businessman, like, after everything I've done to you.
He's like, I was nice to you in office. I should never been nice to you in office.
I gave you a 5-year career. And it's just like that, right? I think Frankie's the one that's fucking like losing it here.
Yeah. So there was one bit, as always with these films, is there's always like one or two decent lines, bad guy lines usually, and one guy goes, that's before he sprays him with like the steam. He goes, are you gonna talk or are you gonna scream? And he's like sprays them. It's like, you either talk or you scream, you decide.
Yeah, it's pretty badass.
Yeah, that was a good line, wasn't it? I can't hear you if you're screaming.
So fucking Alex and fucking Chad are
pretend to be one pretends to be
Chad's like, oh, I've been captured, and then
yeah.
and then Alex is like behind, just going like that, yeah, we've got him, and then they take out the two henchmen,
and
then
the henchmen
like,
decide to turn their back on one of the guys that's wearing glasses and a hat, and hiding who he is. Clearly not Asian. He's not Asian.
The guy that's just screaming notoriety.
Oh, you must be the only Caucasian on our in the military base.
You're the only Caucasian in this Chinese militia.
Yeah, and I've never seen you before, but that's nothing to worry about. I'll turn my back on you. You just get stabbed.
So we're at this bit. They're on the boat and everything.
Yeah.
So like the guys know that they're there.
Yep.
So they're like that to their henchmen. Hey, guy with fucking like weird cowboy shoes. Also giant moon guy. You go.
And large woman.
Yeah, large woman.
Yeah.
But like you go fucking like try to find them before they make their way in here. I don't go together.
Yeah.
Go individually.
We need two individual fights happen simultaneously for the twinsy film.
Yeah. Remember, this is a twin film.
Yeah.
So Chad gets to like fucking this room full of like barrels. Takes out two henchmen.
Yep.
In this barrel room, so the barrels are all loose everywhere because, like, you know, no one shoots the barrel, but they shoot the rope that was holding the barrel.
The bullet manages to ping off a wee tiny wire.
Then it goes to Alex, and then Alex is in some dark area of the ship.
Aye.
And then we're introduced.
It's really dark in there. Like,
aye.
Is it, again? This is a lot like the Cyborg film. It's such a weird fucking like. Is it supposed to be so dark that neither of them can see? Yeah,
because you don't know it, because then there's just a light shone on Alex, but then like. That wee guy with the stirrups is like somehow quietly running about.
It's the worst person to try and walk
the guy with the stirrups, the guy with the pure like easily identifiable fucking footwear.
Yeah.
And then like it just kind of keeps coming out and heel kicking Alex and like cutting him in the arm and everything.
Yeah, and that's when he like whenever Jean-Claude Van Damme like fucking decides that he's slightly injured, he likes to hunch over and pull his shoulders forward like he's I've been hit several times. I'm on my last legs. So he then decides I'm going to use my ears and listen for this guy's feet, and then that's when I don't know. He decides to start dodging it.
He starts dodging it, but he still can't see him, and he's got cuts all over him. And this guy, and then he starts kind of blocking the guy and everything.
How can this guy see Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Then they make eye contact, and then in the dark where they can't see each other, I don't get it.
That's so stupid.
And then like
also they're fighting and it looks like a vast space, and then all of a sudden Jean-Claude Van Damme dodges a kick, and the guy kicks through a bit of wood.
No, Jean-Claude Van Damme punches the wood.
So he does, you're right.
And then he's like, fuck, look, light.
But how was he kicking over his head a second ago? And now it looks like they're in a thin corridor.
Yeah.
It was something.
And then like some box room. And then like Jean-Claude Van Damme's like, right, now that I can see you are no fucking opponent. And he just keeps punching him in the face repeatedly. You know what? Like, I feel as though Alex's fight was pretty fucking cut and shut.
Oh yeah, it takes seconds.
And then we go back to
Chad's a bat. He's used to it.
Oh yeah, of course.
No, Alex is used to it. I keep
Alex
saying
is used to it. Alex is already a mercenary.
Yeah, Chad.
So then we're getting to Chad,
fucking
and he's
yoga
like,
guy.
He's like, whoa,
fighting
this
most
barrel
built
room.
Asian man in all of Asia.
Exactly. That fucking Bolo Yang is like walking towards him slowly
with a barrel,
like, and he's like pure
like
powerlifting, like clearing, jerking the barrel above his head.
Yeah. And
like he goes, right, fuck that. And he's like, I'm going to fucking throw it at him. So like a normal person, if I had a barrel full of oil getting thrown at me, you know what I'd do? I'd probably avoid it.
So he decides he wants to high kick this barrel.
He's like, I'll high kick the barrel before it hits me. And then he obviously sustains a leg injury, and he's like, "Oh my fucking god!"
Which doesn't come into play later on.
Yeah. He's kind of fine after it.
Yeah. That fight goes on for way longer than it should.
This fight goes on for a while because then
really boring.
The guy grabs the barrel again and goes to like slam it on top of fucking Chad.
Yeah.
And then it's like it's as though he's going to crush him, like it's a fucking steamroller, and he's doing all these weird facial expressions. Yeah. Like he's pure smiling.
It would just be uncomfortable. It wouldn't kill you or crush you.
Ow.
Yeah.
And then
any excuse to rip his fucking top off. He rips. How does he even rip it on?
Bolo like rips fucking Chad's top off.
But why does he say, what's the whole sign language thing, and then they start having a pure flex off?
Yeah,
like, I don't know what the sign language means.
He's like saying, I'm going to go one round with you, but see at this point you have to like sit and remember. And he's pure doing this weird blink thing, but then you have to think, this Bolo was murdering people
Yeah.
and prepared to murder children
Yeah.
25 years ago,
Aye.
and he's still holding up against a 25-year-old
I know,
young
it's a good
fit
point.
guy.
Aye, what age is Bolt, that guy, the Chinese
He's in
guy?
his
Yeah.
50s
Aye,
there.
yeah, I know.
He's in his 50s, and he's got that
huge.
one eye and the
Yeah.
fucking hole through his head, and he's still pure formidable as fuck.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
even though he was like,
You should not be losing this really when you've watched the fight.
well, even though he was like super committed to throwing barrels, like
Yeah.
pure Donkey Kong in it, like he was a bit too committed.
See
to
when
the
he
whole thing.
lifts the barrel, why would you not just spear him? Like,
I know,
you
I
don't
know.
step back and be like, oh, this barrel's coming at
Yeah.
me. Like, just go spear the cunt. Like,
Ah,
so stupid.
I'm sure I can jump over this barrel.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he's like going to try to use the barrel again after he
crush
fought for a bit,
Aye.
and he uses it to like fucking throw, and he uses it as a battering ram,
Yeah.
and then like after he's missed fucking Chad, he just goes
Because
right, I'll
Chad
throw
decides
it.
that he can jump 7 feet in the air
Yeah,
from
yeah.
a standing position.
Yeah.
Like, didn't know he could do that.
He goes like, oh fuck it, I'll throw it behind me,
Yeah.
and then the barrel misses Chad because Chad, as you've just said, fucking does a
ducking him.
7-foot drop,
Yeah.
and
Then ducks and
then
dives behind
ducks
him.
goes under him. Bolo's like, whoa, where the fuck is this
How did I
guy?
not see it? So
Then
stupid.
fucking Chad just sitting there.
It's a cartoon.
Aye, it is almost like a cartoon.
Turns around and he punches him.
And Chad just kicks him into like this fucking circuit breaker.
Yeah.
But
Well, it
then-
looks like he's not touching it as well when he's getting electrocuted.
Yeah, then he falls, he's been electrocuted like to death, he's like fizzing up and everything, and then you see his back, absolutely no burn marks in it, and he's dead.
I know, I thought that as well.
Then
Yeah.
one of those sparks comes and hits a convenient fucking trail of oil,
Yeah.
and this whole room
Yeah.
gets full of
Yeah.
fucking fuel.
Yeah.
Oh, every barrel says flammable.
Chad runs like 5 yards and dives and
No.
managed to fucking get out of this massive explosion. It
Side-
goes on for like 40 feet.
Side to side, it says flammable
Yeah.
right next to him,
Yeah.
but only the fact the barrels behind him blow
Aye.
up, and he's
But
like,
then it cuts to the outside of the ship and like fucking like I don't know, like 40 rows of barrels are all blowing up.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like, oh, where is he at this point? Because he only just dived like,
Aye,
for
he's
2
been
yards.
incinerated.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But apparently he's all right.
Yeah, yeah.
So then it cuts to the British guys on intercom,
Mhm.
like saying pure funny lines.
And then
Um,
he's like, kinda not in a conversational mood, and
Yes.
then like Chad's
How
like,
could
fuck
they
you,
talk-
mate.
Yeah, you piece of shit, I'm coming for you. And he's like, I'm going to hear them scream, and they pretend to shoot Frankie,
Uh-huh.
which for half a second, you're like, you know he's not dead.
And I'm like, oh my
And-
god,
yeah,
he's
shoot the
dead
bullets.
off camera.
Yeah, and why doesn't Frankie just say, like, they just shot to the side of me, I'm not dead.
I'm
like,
not dead.
Yeah, he could have easily said that. And he's like, what? He's like, one down, one to go. But he
Mhm.
grabs the woman at one point, and she goes, he says to the woman, he goes, you don't know what side your bread is buttered on, do you, silly bitch?
you silly bitch.
It's the best
That's amazing.
British line
And
ever.
her face is pure like horrified, like, oh my god, I've never been spoken to
Yeah,
like this.
yeah, you see the bits, and then that's when he has that mad weird personal thing, like, I gave you raises! like,
Think of all the kindness I showed
yeah,
you.
we went for lunch once.
While his bodyguard just kind of like eggs him on.
Yeah, yes, do it.
So then we're getting
Feel
to,
her up.
so then we get to this bit. Then we're getting to this bit where like
The two
Griffiths is
main
like,
henchmen
right,
are dead.
we're out of here. Griffiths is like, see you later, Frank.
Why? Yeah.
And then he and Zhang just casually leave, and there's
Because
one soldier.
they think because they get an intercom over the intercom, a mad fucking henchman goes like, "Oh, everyone's dead," and he goes,
Mhm.
"What about the twins? They're all dead." And he's
Yeah.
like, "How? There's no bodies, not seen anything."
Yeah,
So like,
and
what?
but they are convinced.
Aye, you're like, aye, exactly. So basically, the British guy and Zhang go, right, okay, we'll just
We'll just
fucking
leave
kill
these guys here alive,
Yeah.
and then there's one
You
soldier
can do what
who's,
you want with them.
who's just going to casually rape Danielle.
Yeah, and also like he looks like Van Damme a wee bit, and he's also
Yeah, I thought it
Caucasian.
was gonna
Where
be
did he
him.
come from?
I don't know, but then like
what was the plan
but
with
then
that?
then Danielle's like, oh my god, no, and he goes, don't worry, dear. He goes, don't worry, like this isn't actually going to hurt.
Yeah.
I'm just going to rape you.
Yeah, be cool with it.
yeah, just be cool. And then
Yeah.
he's like, and then fucking Alex like grabs him, and he's
The
like,
guy turns and goes,
oh
shit.
shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah.
And it's the longest pause ever that
Yeah.
he just headbutts him
Oh.
again. Like
Headbutts him with no effect to him.
it's like three times he headbutts.
Mm.
And then all of a sudden, for some fucking stupid reason,
That
a pair
cara
of legs come out
Aye. From above him in a
above the
motor
seat.
room.
Yeah, yeah, above the scene.
I wonder what Paul had to
Quads.
grab onto. These
You know.
giant bodybuilder quads are like choking fucking Alex. It's like you know what it reminds me of?
Yeah,
Remember
the
Goldeneye?
Goldeneye, yeah, that was brilliant. But
Fucking
aye,
what's her name?
Aye, she kills people like that.
Like
Can't
Xena
remember.
or something like that.
What Warrior Princess.
No, Natasha. Anyway,
That is like Natasha, yeah, right, actually.
no, that's
She's
the
good,
other
man.
one. That's a goodie.
Oh, is
Isn't
it?
it?
Oh, fuck.
Matt.
There's
Back
always
to
two.
this film.
There's always two. Let's watch that. That's much better than this.
You know what?
shit.
The rest of this podcast, we're just going to like fucking
We've
watch
said
Goldeneye.
goodbye like 3 times. So then, so he's in this quad death grip, but manages to turn. He can't get his head out, but he can twist his head
He
round.
turns his head round
Aye,
and then
without
to get
breaking
in
his
kind
own
of
neck.
sexual position.
Yeah.
So like,
And then she has to let go of the fucking pipe because it was just a stupid idea in the first place. And like, I don't know, like karate chops him in the neck.
then they're
and they
like
start fighting.
Then they're like fighting and everything, and then she just whips out a wee pocket knife. She's fucking huge, and she entrusts
She doesn't
all
need
her
this
fighting.
pocket, right?
Yeah,
She
exactly.
doesn't fucking need it.
And then like she's like, "It's you and me, dickhead, come on!" And then they're doing this wee circle around thing, and then like she just starts
She's
fighting.
a backless dress as well.
Yeah,
It's
she's
weird.
a backless dress because it not function.
I know.
It's all fit fashion.
Yeah.
So she's like spinning around, manages
Cutting
to give
them
him a wee belly slice, and then like she just goes, she
yeah.
jumps forward
It's so
and
weird.
like grabs his dick. She's
Yeah.
got a knife in her other hand, but he's just pure like into grabbing this guy's dick, and then like
it's just a long pause, and it's just like
they
what
kind
the
of
fuck.
look at each
And
other.
also Van Damme's obviously went to, and you know, like she's not grabbed where his dick would be. It's to the side, as
Yeah.
if he's pure well hung.
Aye.
She's grabbing his dick at his thigh.
You clearly
Yeah.
have 12 inches.
Yeah, exactly. It's such a
He's pure
fucking.
smiling to himself.
He's smiling when he was writing it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
scrapped.
I am
She
awesome.
grabs his 12-inch penis because that's what I have.
No need to check.
Exactly.
So like he just punches her, and then she's like and then she goes to kick him with her high heels.
Yeah, she gets
Gets
stuck
a-
in a pipe.
Gets stuck in a pipe, and then like that Griffiths and Zhang are just kind of watching it from
On a
about
higher
four levels up.
Yeah.
And that
They're
Griffiths is
still
like,
in the engine room.
yeah, that Griffiths is just lazily pointing his gun down, and then like fucking
Shoot them.
yeah, exactly.
I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it. Someone else shoot this gun for me.
Yeah.
And then like fucking they're in this weird sexual position.
I know.
Alex and this Cara.
He like slowly stabs her as well.
Yeah, and he just kind of like has a knife, and he's just like, right, I'm going to stab you with your own knife now.
Yeah.
And then, how does she die again? I'm trying to remember.
That's it.
Is that it?
That's it. It's such a weird scene, mate. It's like that's her den gown, and they're like trying to shoot to stop her dying, but like there's like a long kind of like pause of where Chad turns up and it's like, oh my god, Chad's alive.
Oh no, because she chokes him. She starts choking Alex.
Aye, but he stabs her at this bit.
Oh, and then she's like, I don't know how she manages to hold a man and like up with one arm, and then he
But
just
she
stabs
just
her.
ignores the knife that was there for the past like
Yeah,
10
yeah.
seconds. She
She's
goes, I'm just
really-
going to ignore this knife and go for you.
She's
Do you know what I mean?
really shit at fighting.
Yeah.
Because she keeps forgetting what's in her other hand.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And he just stabs her and she just fucking falls.
Like
to
gently lets her to the
immediately
ground.
falls to the floor. And then Alex is pure like, I'm so happy Chad's alive.
Aye.
Even though he hates him this whole movie, like
We've made up off camera.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
Chad, you take care of Frank and Danielle.
Yeah.
I'm going after those cunts.
yeah. Aye, and then Chad responds like because obviously he's playing the same part, and sometimes might not know what like the script is. It might change and stuff like that. He just goes, yeah, like, instead of like, okay, like, because we need to be focused here, we need to go. He's still all dead happy going, yeah, I'll look after the tortured people.
Nay bother, Chad.
Yeah.
Nay bother, Alex.
Yeah, he just skips towards him. Also, it's lucky that both twins are like insanely ripped.
Yeah,
It'd be
yeah.
a shame if one of them was fat and the other one was ripped.
Or
I
like
mean,
one
like,
of them just didn't work in mobility or
yeah,
anything.
exactly. Both of them are insanely ripped.
Like, despite one of them, having a cigar fucking addiction.
The one of them being brought up on the streets.
Of
Another
Hong
one,
Kong.
Hong Kong, yeah,
Aye.
exactly. But a little bit in France, just to get that accent. Yeah. So
like-
Griffiths is the British bad guy, and Chinese businessmen are running away, and Alex decides I'm going to fuck them up, so starts chasing them.
I'm running after these pricks.
But it's funny, like,
But
they're
immediately,
sprinting, like,
Chad is behind him,
whiffed in.
With
Why is he
Danielle.
bring her?
insisting on bringing
He's
Danielle.
like dragging her ways on, like going, we're going to chase this
Come
guy
on,
together. Why?
we're going after this guy with a gun.
And Frank's been like Frank's on death's door, mate. Like,
Frank's not even there.
I
It's
know.
like they've left him.
That's
didn't
what I
they?
mean. They've left him. He was on death's door because he gets steamed like fuck, and they've just went right. Okay, let's go. Like, at least leave her with untie her and
Yeah.
untie Frankie and leave her with Frankie. I'll go get the fucking Zhang and
So
the
Alex
British
is
guy,
sprinting
Griffiths.
after Zhang, and then fucking Chad is, forcing Danielle to come with him to take out this Griffiths guy.
Yep.
So they're both running away, and
Sang decides to fucking climb. Like, where's he gone?
Aye, he sees like some structure, like it's some kind of like crane thing.
Aye,
And he's like, I'm going to climb up here. He won't find me there. And also, there's an escape route off the top of this crane, I imagine.
The death.
So
you're like, okay, he's going to fall off that later on.
Yeah. I wonder what will happen. He'll probably get drowned up there.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, then Zhang's running up. Alex is, like, right hot on his tail.
And Chad's chasing Griffiths. And literally dragging Danielle with.
Yeah.
Like, she does not want to go.
She can't even keep up with his pace.
Yeah, exactly. She doesn't want to go. What's the point in bringing her on? She's putting her in danger. And the thing is as well, Griffiths has got a gun.
Yeah, exactly.
So he can just turn around and go, don't chase me or I'll fucking shoot you. Or I'll just fucking shoot you right now. Why is he on the way?
I'll just wait because you have nothing. You have no leverage on me right now.
And they run between like shipping containers and it gets really tight at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Griffiths can literally turn around and not miss. You can you cannot miss, man. It's a straight line. Decides to not do it. Decides to turn and shoot at a corner, and that's when Chad's like, "Whoa, we nearly get shot going round that corner."
We need to maybe slow down.
Yeah, exactly. And then they lose sight of him, and they find out that that Griffiths is operating a massive fucking crane with a shipping container.
He can like somehow Griffiths like a mad English businessman that probably doesn't do any hands-on work.
He's never worked at ducks in his life.
He don't know the ducks. So like he just can work one of these crate transporters and is like pushing fucking
but there's no danger.
Yeah,
Chad and Danielle.
It's like a water we're going to jump into.
It's like, oh, he's going to get us wet. He's pushing us to we might need to jump in the water.
Yeah.
And he's like, they're pure panicking, like, what are we going to do?
And then Chad's like, I need to save you. And he pushes Danielle into some kind of crevice gap.
And she's like, no, Chad, no.
And he's like,
you're the nice guy, remember?
You're so nice compared to Alice.
Yeah, exactly. You treat me good. You don't slap me about, basically.
You don't slap me or get drunk or act surly.
Yeah. So then Chad's like, oh, I don't know where to go. Oh, I'm jumping in the water. And that's what he does. And it's like, okay, well, why did that scene happen?
Yeah.
So then Griffiths gets out the operational fucking crane and starts shooting into the water and goes, come on, you can't hold your breath for that long. Like, but he's like, when he's shooting in the water, he's not shooting at a body, he's just like shooting, just wasting bullets.
Yeah.
And then that comes into play next. You find out that
we cut back to Zhang. Zhang's waiting at the top of that crane with a fucking fire extinguisher.
Yeah, he's got to drop on him.
Yeah. And he like just comes out from the corner like, yeah, and he like sprays fucking Alex in the face. And he's like, I can't see. And I think Jean-Claude Van Damme secretly loves not being able to see.
It happens a lot, doesn't it?
Because it happens a lot.
And he fucks him in the head with a fire extinguisher. He should be completely fucked up.
Yeah, you'd be done. If someone hit me in the head with a fire extinguisher, I'd be like, I'm phoning my mum. This isn't happening.
He's broke my nose.
Fucking nutcase.
Yeah, I need to straighten this out before it heals like this.
So Zhang does the whole reveal. That wee cane that he's been walking about with was in fact a little sword.
Yeah, why did he use the fire extinguisher when he had the sword?
Because they just fucking impaled him. Yeah. So he's like doing this thing, and then then Alex, like, there's a gear and cog system
that's
behind him, and Alex like falls into it and like it kind of hurts his arm.
He's like, it's grazing me.
My arm!
It's continuously grazing me.
And then he just shoves Zhang's fucking hand in between it.
They get mangled.
And then like Zhang's hand just comes away with like red paint all over it, not a mangled hand. And he's like,
they should have used the fucking head cake that
exactly,
his
the red velvet cake just hanging out of his shirt. And then like fucking, so then it cuts back to Griffiths. He's like, come on, I fucking know where you are. Come on, you can't hold your breath forever. Chad or Alex or whoever the fuck you are.
To swim a long way around, get up out the water or some way and get into the operational fucking crane.
And at this point, Danielle should really be just there.
I know. She it's a good point. She should be doing it. That would have been better. But even though then it'd be like everyone.
There would be no vengeance kind of thing.
For some reason, Griffiths has got this big, massive, like wide-eyed surprise. I think he's just done a line himself. He's just like, oh fuck!
And you just see the crate transporter there, like fucking Chad is like comes out the shadows, and then he's like, oh fuck, and he goes to shoot him, and then he's like, I wasted my bullet shooting the water.
Exactly.
And then like, you think there's going to be some line, game over. I'm trying to think like,
you British fuck.
Your business is concluded, and then he just kind of drops the guitar and goes like,
Like a game. This is for my daddy. Should have done something like that.
It could have been anything like "Don't fuck with a Wagner" or whatever,
yeah.
and then he's just like that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And it's a weird facial expression.
Yeah.
And then like
So
Zhang's
he's
like,
dead. Griffiths is dead.
Griff is dead, and it goes
But
back
Zhang's
to
still
Zhang and
alive.
Alex's wee fight, and he's like,
Getting mangled arm.
"Look, I'm really sorry. It
Yeah.
was all Griffith. I swear." He's like, "Look,
Yeah.
look.
This bit's actually alright.
What's this really about?"
What's this really about? You killed my family and fucked my fucking life up, and also took all the money.
And then something's happened where like the crane decides to murder Zhang itself, like, because
Yeah.
there's like some kind of
I
shoot
thought it was
system.
going to reveal that Alex is like pressing the button to turn it on.
No, just
He just goes down a conveyor belt right off it.
it's some, I don't know why a conveyor belt is at the top of a crane.
Yeah, but
Then
it's a really
to a
good
sheer
shot.
drop.
But it's a really good shot as well. Like some stuntman has jumped off this crane in real life, and look how have they done? How have they done that? What's he? Is he going to hit something? Because even if he hits like I don't know, like the big foam boxes and that, you'd probably still be fucked.
No,
on a big parachute.
he's fucking hitting a trampoline off.
If you're not, even then, that's fucking so
Drop it
dodgy.
forward and we'll get to the fucking ball. Ah, no, wait, see, because it cuts away.
I know it does, obviously, but like a stuntman has done that, and and it's fucking so dodgy.
Mate,
Like
Jackie Chan was doing this shit like every weekend.
that's true. He broke his ankle on in the first rush hour. He jumps from a parking lot to a balcony, and he goes, and his ankle just completely snaps when he lands. It's fucking horrible, man.
I
It's
like
cool.
Jackie Chan for
Jackie
that.
Chan's cool as fuck.
Mhm.
Sorry. So anyway,
We love Jackie Chan.
we hate Jean-Claude Van Damme. So that's Zhang dead, and
Zhang dead, Griffith taken
Griffiths
care
is
of.
dead, and it's like, yeah, we did it, guys, and it's like now we'll meet up at the docks, and we're all fucked and absolutely knackered because we've been in the wars, but we did it. What did we accomplish?
They've taken out the people. They've got vengeance, and I imagine some post fucking production.
Yeah.
Post like film.
Yeah.
They'll get the rights or whatever to
How?
the fucking Victoria Harbour Harbour fucking tunnel. But
They'll
like,
prove that they own it.
yeah, we murdered the guy, so
They can't.
there's no one who could
There's
test.
no DNA. You couldn't do any DNA because no one's alive, so you
Yeah.
can't compare it with anything.
We've
so.
got the word of a security guard who's
All
a
it is
Vietnam
is-
veteran.
Aye, all it is is two twins have turned up.
Yeah, two brothers.
Yeah, two brothers have turned up.
So they all
Daniela,
fucking reunite.
Daniela, Chad, and Alex come together, and then they're in the same scene together. Again, it's not that bad.
Yeah. This reminds me of like the Friends when Phoebe and her fucking bitch sister
Yeah.
were in the scene. But then like they do this weird hugging thing.
Yeah, they
Well-
fight, or it's like Alex has finally accepted Chad, and Chad's okay with Peggy.
Then Chad's like, go on Danielle, be with Alex.
Yeah, and they just do a wee cuddle. Even though I think the last time they seen each other is he beat her.
Yeah. In fact,
They're so okay
he
with
drunkenly
the
ran off to the
Yeah,
beach.
Yeah.
And then who comes around the corner? Somehow he managed
Good
to
old
find
Uncle Frank.
Uncle Frank, who's been tortured to fuck.
so
He just
fucked.
looks
He looks
absolutely
fucked.
done in.
He looks like he's
And
going to die.
And he somehow managed to find his way
Oh no.
to where they are.
So he walks like a zombie.
Yeah, because he doesn't even look round the corner. He just kind of like looks, and then he just
I know, a lost old man. He's in good condition.
Yeah, he's like ripped and everything. He's like in his 60s.
I know, fair play, man.
He like died in 2015. That actor.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
He didn't get listen to our review
No,
of his acting
you'll never
ability.
know. You never know.
And
But then it's just like, okay, so this is meant to be the
I'll let you have the moment.
happily ever after scene,
Aye.
and then it's like right the ending. So maybe they're going to walk off to the sunset.
Aye.
And then like everyone's gonna smile. Then it just cuts to Chad, and he just does like the OK symbol.
An
but then-
A-OK.
Aye, it does the OK symbol. And you just hear bang, 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 and then it's just like goes freeze frame, and he's just smiling,
Body
looking at
count,
the camera.
body count. It's
He just smile, look at the camera, doing the OK sign,
That's it.
end the film.
And then the audience stand up and applaud at the
Oh my
Cairns
God.
Festival. Right. This is Oscar worthy. I don't know why. Did they not know where to end it? Is this like when I was watching it? Obviously, I'm watching it and you're pausing it and you're writing down notes. I'm watching it. I was going right. There's only like 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
How are we going to fit in or they get the money? I assumed that they were going to be in some sort of like lawyer's room, like in an office,
Aye.
and it'd be like, here's the assets and how much you owe. And
Mr.
they're like,
Mr. Wagner,
here you go.
you
Like,
now own $1 billion.
yeah,
like
they
that.
went through a whole court case. They went through a whole thing.
Yeah.
We're not seeing it. We're seeing the end of it.
Oh,
and
wait,
it's
there's
like,
no
what the
conclusion.
fuck?
There's no conclusion to this
what's
film.
going to happen? Alex is going to go back to his fucking like being a snidey fuck. He's probably going to take over the drug enterprise and be as horrible as the people, and he's going to go back to LA
and then just be a vain prick.
What that's what I meant. There was no fucking point to the film. All they did was get vengeance, and that's fine. But at no point were they like, I want to get vengeance. That was not their motive at any point. Really, they never really said that like, I want to fuck up these. We don't want the money. They don't say like, we don't want the money inheritance, we just want to fuck up the guys that killed their mom and dad. That's fine if you said that. They don't ever establish that. Frankie's just like, you're two brothers and you should be angry. That's it. Get together and let's blow up some shit. Frankie's just bored.
But it's just the idea, that end scene of just Jean-Claude Van Damme just doing A-OK and smiling while holding his side, he's in pain, and and then that's the end of the film.
We'll have a lot of hospital bills.
It's an amazing ending.
Yeah.
It's an amazing ending to like such a funny film.
Yeah.
But then, as I'm just going to get to a little bit of the trivia now, just to see how funny this was. So like, the sequel was actually planned.
Oh no way!
But it was budget issues.
Right.
And Jean-Claude was trying to get people in on it to like do a sequel.
Yeah.
And a lot of people didn't really want to get in on it. And the sequel was meant to be that Chad needs help from Alex this time.
What?
So Alex has to go to LA.
Alex kinda didn't need help.
No,
he was perfectly living his life and his business.
When the advert came out for this, the original line is one packs a piece while the other one packs a punch, and it's like, see, to be honest, Alex fucking does both of those things. And then Chad eventually does those things.
Yeah, but Alex has a big penis.
Of course.
So he has got the piece. Right, so budget was 50 million. That's actually quite low, but I'm assuming maybe it was cheap in Hong Kong at the time. Opening week, it made its money back. It was half its money in opening weekend. 30 million made double its money. That's actually not great. That's not great. That's okay. I thought this was.
You said it made 30 million.
It's made gross worldwide, so that's what it's made. And
so
it's
it lost
15.
20 million.
No. It cost 15.
15?
Yeah.
Right, I said 50. And I'm
sorry.
Like, okay.
Sorry. 15. That's a lot. 15's quite a lot for what it was. I don't think, but there was I guess there was like explosions and shit and helicopters.
Explosions.
Them technically them two in the same scene. But I think they actually going on to like, how did you think as well the shit rating and stuff? I thought it was actually alright. Like, so shit rating. How did you enjoy it?
I like this. I like this.
Right.
I thought Universal Soldier was better.
Oh, way better. Better.
I thought this was actually a fun film.
It's a close.
I'd give that another. So shit rating higher. So I'd probably give that a 3, 4.
A 3 or 4. Right, okay, aye. If it was. Wait, no, I'm confused again.
It's really shit. It's got a higher shit rating.
Right. Oh yeah. Okay. 3, 4. So 3, 4 is really good. 3, 4 is really good. I wonder what we gave Universal Soldier. That's really fucking bad about this. So we need to start writing it down on the actual fucking bit of paper. Nah, who cares?
No,
you don't care about this.
None of this will matter when we're famous singers.
This is it. Oh my god, you're so right. I'd say a 5. It's in the middle. I'd say it's enjoyable. It's shit, but it's enjoyable. But I'd say maybe I'd say a 5. It was still decent. I'd watch it again. I mean,
yeah, I'd watch this drunk.
Yeah, it would be quite funny. This bit and then this bit. So, as we never do, and now we have to start doing, whose fucking idea was this? It was, surprisingly, of all the fucking ones we decided to actually do this on, it was Jean-Claude Van Damme's idea.
It was his idea.
He helped write it.
At this point, he wanted to like widen his acting range to the point where he wasn't just an action person, but he could be kind of funny and silly. And then it got talked against it by a few people, and then he kind of persevered. And when I say persevered, he decided to contribute his own money by being a producer.
Yeah, so he made money back because he made a profit, so he's made fucking money back.
Yeah. Well, he did. He's got credits in the story, the production, and the screenplay.
Aye.
So he had a lot to do with like
invested.
Yeah.
Heavily. And Sheldon Littich or something, or whatever you want to say that. He directed it, and it was his idea as well. He wrote it originally with Van Damme in mind. But we're coming at the end of the Van Damme.
The end of the season.
It's going to be really sad. It's going to be a sad ending.
I know, because then we have to go on to season 2 of Van Damme.
And we don't know how we're going yet. Okay, so that's us. We'll be back again. See you later.
See you later. Have a good night. If you don't have a good night, that's your fucking fault.
Good morning, good night, good evening.
Bye.
That's the end of the show.
That's the end. That's the show.
That's the two brothers. You've seen the film with the two brothers and they're fighting the grannies.